1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. Smoking the Wi-Fi beverages. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, fucking crack, saving up for the Beto Max. Down to the VHS, VHS out of the VHS.
Hello!
Greetings and welcome to Obscure Tape Time,
We're finally back.
the show that we watch tapes in time.
Some of them are obscure too.
Ta-da! Intro done. No more
What up,
needed.
Ape Sentai? What up, Twan Josh? What up, Nepostroph? How you guys doing?
Yeah,
Welcome.
We had a false start.
Uh,
We took so long off,
stumbled.
and we're like, we're
Well,
back, and then
Waltz
we went
Nerves is here too. Oh man, everyone's showing up.
Yeah,
What
this
up?
is everyone's favorite show.
It is. No, it's everyone's third favorite shows. The other two were just cancelled.
No, they're on later, like in a couple of hours' time. So you may as
15
well
minutes
just
time. We get 15 minutes with them. I was actually hanging out in Nepostroph stream earlier,
Oh yeah,
watching him play some hockey.
some hockey, some
Game
old
was
school bip
brutal.
hockey. I know he plays a lot of really like old clicky.
No, it
hockey
was like it
games.
was a really cartoony. It was probably pretty modern, I think.
Oh, fair
But
enough.
it was cartoony. I think it was set in the 70s or 80s or something, and he got his ass whooped by the Soviet Union.
Oh. Hey, look, I did some set dressing and put a couple of VHS behind this.
Brilliant. Wait, I was in on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll move them later.
Okay. Oh, look, Tori is here too. So that's a sub. I still haven't turned the sub sound off. I keep forgetting to do that.
No, I like it.
I'm too busy doing other stuff
Okay.
at the moment, such as AFL stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what have you been doing the last week?
That.
Just watching AFL, and I've been reluctantly watching it as well.
I've actually been enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, I guess to celebrate, we got some lager. Lager.
I have a bottle open here. You could just pass me a drink. I'm using my my non-Australian football. The Melbourne Chelsea Supporters Club.
That's cool. I like it. Fill that glass. Gimme.
Huh?
Give me your bottle cap. I'm gonna fill the glass. All right. Should we just get working? Well, what?
Get
we need to
working.
talk about anything else?
Do you have anything you want to say?
I guess we could segue into our other video by saying that's what we've been doing that week. But the thing is,
we did it weeks ago.
We filmed it ages ago. So
Yeah.
what have I been doing is I edited that a little bit so that it was not
Turned my
half an
15-minute
hour.
segment into 4 minutes.
So we're watching cooking video, but we'll get onto that later. We decided to have a go at making our own cooking videos. You want to explain what we actually did?
We asked some of the viewers, including the Postroph here.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
really.
Thanks. Yeah.
For an ingredient each, and we took all those ingredients and we had to make something out of it. I was going to say something edible, but if that's the case, then I think we both kind of, at least in my opinion, Didn't quite make it.
It went in my mouth. That means it's edible, right?
One could argue.
So we made a cooking show of our own. Let's watch our cooking show. Hopefully it transferred okay.
Oh, I hope so.
I didn't actually send you back. Oh.
Should be fine, because your other ones have been fine. Marvelous cooking talents.
Marvelous cooking.
There was a problem for me in that. Yeah, look.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's going.
Is it gonna go? Does it have sound? That's the thing.
Yeah.
We're
sounds like
unwarning this one.
it. Yeah, we're taking the warning off.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It is a little quiet.
We'll turn it up.
Can't.
Oh,
It's on max.
sorry. Just have to be Jewish. Greetings, Pat Prince here, and today we are cooking. Welcome to my segment of the Obscure Take Time Cooking Show. Okay, for our challenge that we got, we asked 5 different people for 5 different ingredients. And those ingredients came back as cayenne peppers, some dill, sushi, blue cheese, sweet potato or yam. We need to think about what we're actually going to do. And I was thinking I would make a 2-layer dip.
It's a lot of layers.
Now, of course,
2
you
whole
always
layers?
stock salt
Man.
in the water. So much vegetable stock. This stuff is like MSG. It's like a secret ingredient. For the pan, I'll be using some olive oil spread. Just want to grease that pan up. We always start off
I love
with
that
an
bit.
onion. Every recipe needs an onion. Right? Let's all learn how to cut an onion properly. Suddenly, it all just falls apart. Why did you say that you shall fall? So here's a fun fact you probably didn't know about me. I don't eat seafood. I don't like it. I've never liked it. So the sushi is really throwing me off. The flavor profile. I'm gonna try and make them stringy into my salsa dip, but isn't it just salt? I should just stick it in my
It's
mouth
not just salt.
and observe the flavor profile. Then I can think about how I'm going to use it properly. I don't like it. We should put some in with our potatoes. Don't wave your knives around. A couple of tomatoes going in. Always season as you go. Cayenne chilies aren't that hot, are they? Green one. I'm going to keep half a green one to go in with my blue cheese sauce. How hot can they be? A red capsicum. Garlic powder today. It seems to have a different flavor profile to fresh garlic. It gives off more of an umami, and I need that to kind of pair with the seaweed. Some basil, a hefty amount of cumin. Probably want some coriander as well. The seaweed. I want them long and stringy though, so we still know that they're there. I want to try it.
You'll know they're there.
Masking the flavor of the sushi seaweed. Try to make it so it reacts well with the dish. Right, now, what we're going to do is we're going to give this a quick fry on the bottom while I wipe up that garlic. And then we'll chuck it into the grill to burn the top.
Could have cut this bit out.
It caramelized, basically.
Instead of, reducing mine down to 30
While that's
seconds.
frying, we may as well get started on this blue cheese sauce. Putting in some of that fresh chili.
Deconstruct afterwards.
Oh, I love me some blue cheese. And just, boop, the whole thing goes in. Boop, the whole thing goes in. A little bit of garlic
You're probably right though.
and some almond milk. Almond milk, that is flavored with vanilla, but I found recently that vanilla flavoring kind of goes interesting in cheese sauces. A little bit of stock, a don't forget the pepper. Too much black pepper. That's how much we need. Too much.
I'm not cutting this bit down.
Oh,
I love this bit.
Could have sped it up. You know, like you did to mine.
No, just leave it.
What up, Ditto? How you doing?
Too much black pepper. Alright, and now we can put that on the boil too. Time to strain our potatoes. Not all of the liquid though, we want some of it kept. Woo! Get this moving a little bit. Let's put some parmesan in that. Alright, this all looks nice and mushy. Time to stick it into the grill. Don't forget to turn off your ovens.
Bread would have been a good idea,
Most of that cheese
in
has been
retrospect.
melted into the pot. We're just going to turn that off and let it rest for a while. And mash our potatoes. Heck yeah. We'll be putting our dill into the potatoes. We're going to use some of the vinegar pickle water to moisten our potatoes to make them smooshable. That should give a fairly strong dill flavor. Well, we're getting to the point of the show where I think I need a little tasty taste. Needs more pickle juice. And a little more salt wouldn't hurt. Hot, 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 hot. Alright, this is what we're looking for. This kind of burnt look on top. That's going to give it a richy, robust flavor. So we just give it a bit of a toss. Put it in for another burn. Top here, and we're going to chuck it back in the grill to burn out those sugar starches and give it that kind of caramelized flavor. Alright, we've got some lovely blackened color coming up on that. What does? Oh, a little bit escaped. Get back in there. Time for the end preparation.
I could have cut some out here as well, but I like the sound of the
Just kind of squish it in there. And now for the cheese sauce.
It's nearly your
Leave
turn.
those to set in the fridge overnight.
3 minutes.
And
Oh.
the cheese sauce should set proper thick. If it doesn't, well then we're gonna have
3 minutes and 4 seconds. Right.
Oh.
It was not that good.
Oh my god.
I actually really liked mine,
That's so
but
good.
when I brought it over, no, it
He
wasn't.
enjoys it.
The
Both
fresh,
of you-
as you found with yours as well, fresh, it kind of masked a little bit of the seaweed flavor,
That
but when
was
it's
not the thing.
but when it was older, it soaked in.
Untitled Cooking Show.
You can hear the baby crying in the background, and that's because he knows his dad is not.
Yeah,
a
you're not
chef.
the only one who's
He
got
knows
contacts with
that
Jeff.
All these ingredients are going
God
to go
damn it,
into
Jeff.
something so foul, so inedible, so downright dangerous that I may just be arrested. This here sweet potato, that was the idea of milching. Just gonna leave this for a while. Garlic cloves 2. When has 2 ever been enough? Ages chopping those because I was thinking of what I was
I
actually
know.
gonna do.
It was like 20 minutes of chopping, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna go.
Oh, Jackson's gone to bed. Let's go say goodnight. Why did you stop filming? Jackson going to bed. Watch out!
Back to it.
I didn't even know what I was making at this point.
That's a good edit, though. Come on.
I had garlic cream.
I love this, by the way. But then you forgot to name the blue
Mayonnaise
sauce
in
and the seaweed, so I fixed that.
Bit of cayenne pepper. Just didn't care enough.
I know.
This was not my idea.
I enjoyed editing your video, to be honest.
There wasn't really much usable footage in there. Blue cheese. The pot.
The ones that
I
you
will
chopped.
say, it is worth noting that I made enough for basically like the challenge.
Yeah, I made enough. I'm still eating the salsa. I still like it. It's fine. The cheese sauce on top was sucked because it absorbed all those seaweed flavors, but the actual salsa I made, fine. We're talking chicken.
I'll just pick. Oh, we're already up to the next one. I haven't even been drinking. I've been watching.
What? Oh.
I'll go too. I'll double up.
Huh? Double fist. Give me that.
You want that?
I love this music choice, by the way.
These are random tunes I have on my computer.
Oh, thanks, Ditto. I did that. I'm not even an editor.
Okay, we've got a Suki baby. It's time to continue.
I learned
the
as I
recipe
went.
Here.
This was me trying to do something with the seaweed.
He's about to be picked up. We're actually there. He is. Look,
You explain it. I left
he's
that
about
in.
to be
It's fine.
picked up by Nanny. So I suppose I'll just make little tiny bits,
Never again.
and then I'll put it in the
No.
bowl.
If we ever do another cooking challenge, we're going to flat out refuse anything from the water.
And then I'll mix it around, and then I will drain the bowl.
It was a bad idea.
Just the sound of it tearing makes me not want to eat for the rest of the day.
Chris said he loved the angle on this because you can't see crap.
Yeah, because I didn't have my tripod. I was just trying to make do.
Hey Jackson. Mess that we are going to put the seaweed.
Look how gross it looks. That's before the seaweed even went
My
in.
original plans. See how it turns out.
It actually tasted good at this point, though. This is where it became not good. Yeah, I've like over 10,000 chiptunes on my computer sitting there. I downloaded a big pack like a decade ago, maybe.
And so
No, it wouldn't
just
even be.
about
It'd be
to
5
go.
years ago.
I think this needs just a little bit of an extra kick, so I'm going to put some Dead Man's Finger hemp rum in. Because why not? Mixy mix.
I only put a little in because I wanted
Mixy
to,
mix.
to
I like
add
that.
oil.
That's my favorite quote of yours, by the way. Mixy mix.
Mixy mix.
That has definitely changed.
Yes, the
the
seaweed flavour absolutely did overwhelm. But I didnn't know that.
The taste test.
Food's done. Cool.
Cool. Cool.
Mine's a little spottier with the green.
Well, we made it. Yes, we both made a dish out of all those ingredients. Yours is this one.
And I wish I hadn't.
On the far. You do have stalks, though.
It is a whole lot of crap thrown into a pot. Then I mashed a potato in it.
Okay.
So just a lot of cheese.
A lot
Pretty
of
much
seaweed.
every kind of cheese. Seaweed, yeah, you'll taste the seaweed. I didn't think you would, but you will.
That's what we got. So you made like a soup.
As I said, it's probably more of a
That soup was a callback to when I said I didn't want soup.
Carbonara sauce. Oh, what you should do is stop filming, go boil up some carbonara and just stick it on camera.
That would have been a waste of
thought
pasta.
about it, but I was like, meh. What's in yours? What have you prepared?
So,
Dog.
dog.
Potato and cheese go together brilliantly.
So
Mm.
on the bottom layer,
Not seaweed.
there is a
Seaweed
salsa,
doesn't go with anything.
which is
No.
made up of the
Nepostory off, you are dead wrong.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
stuff, and then the top layer is my cheese dip. Seaweed in both the boiling of the potatoes, the making of the salsa, and the cheese dip. We all hate seaweed here.
Yes,
we all hate
Ah,
We're
cheese.
not
seafood
fans
here.
of seafood here.
So I'm hoping that I've made it so it's delicious and
I'm hoping mine's edible. If mine's edible, it's a pass.
I
My
didn't-
garlic was beautiful looking.
I didn't use fresh garlic.
I
We'll see if your fresh garlic.
One thing that was interesting and worth noting is that like we did take
Oh,
like each take different kind of types of the ingredients. So like I used fresh garlic. You didn't. You used
Fresh
vinegar.
cayenne pepper. You
Yeah,
didn't.
I didn't. You used.
I used both fresh and vinegar, Dill.
Oh, okay. I used like
I'm
pre-chopped.
not eating anymore.
An apostrophe. I would try it just for you, but don't take offense when I hate it.
Yeah, it's more like a spread than a dip. So we both failed.
Maybe we'll just come to French Canada because,
That's poutine.
well, apparently we just love French Canadians. So
Oh yeah, we're gonna have Elaine on the show one day.
they just seem to be such cool people.
I really like it.
I think I like the initial taste. The aftertaste doesn't do much for me,
Okay.
but the initial taste is amazing, and I like the beans.
The what?
The beans.
And I tried it again
Beans?
later. It did taste like there was beans in
Yeah,
it.
there's
Beans?
in here.
Millions of beans.
There's no beans.
I know you said that in the video.
Going on. Because of the
much.
wide array of ingredients we got,
That's it.
it
It was
hard
just.
to really make something
It was impossible. It was like,
that
yeah,
is consistent and like all the
tough.
flavors go together. That makes sense. Yours is definitely. If this was a competition, you would absolutely be the winner.
Editor's
Hopefully
bias.
it's not. And I can see it.
Editor's bias is when yours goes for 8 minutes and mine gets half this goddamn screen
Why are
time.
we not having this should it be?
Yours goes for longer than mine and this.
I could have made yours the same length of mine, and then it would be
But you
more
didn't.
stirring.
Thanks for watching our food challenge.
You could have made yours shorter,
I could have.
but you wanted to look at your own face more.
I am a sociopath. Is that right? No, no,
Narcissist. Is that
narcissist.
what you
I am a
think?
narcissist.
Why is this playing now?
Tell me that was recording the whole time.
All right, now pause the VCR because that was the outro.
You're using stuff from something we already filmed.
You sent it to me, and I'm like, I like that.
I'm never sending you anything ever again.
Get this fucking thing out of my back. Wait, are we filming? I hope I filmed. So that's what we did.
That's what we did. GG's.
I-
Did not enjoy it.
I hope everyone enjoyed that because I enjoyed making the show. I enjoyed editing the show.
If I'd had
didn't
my
really
tripod,
enjoy-
I think I would have enjoyed it more. It's just I was too stressed about A, having to like chop things, and B, having to like find camera angles that worked, and then so on, so forth, and all those fun, hilarious things. It was just all round not my favorite experience.
So about experiences, we're going to start doing more and more things, random things. So last time before we got, we moved house, or you moved house.
Thank you, Ditto. Thank you for the patronizing.
That's not patronizing. Like I like the different styles. It's just I needed more to work with to. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be doing more things. So your thing was stamps, and we haven't done the stamp episode yet, but that was your choice of like a thing that we're doing. And then I chose cooking.
Mm-hmm.
We just so happened and got around to our cooking one first. But that means it is now again your choice if we're going to play tennis with the choices of what the next challenging thing is going to be. Would you like to announce?
Did I come up with one? Did we already talk about this?
Yeah.
Oh, I
We
forgot.
have, and it's in our list of things that we're going to do.
Oh, do I need to quickly get onto the Discord and have a look at what it is?
If
'Cause
you'd
I
like me to
fucking
remind
forgot.
you, I can tell you. We're going to do a travel video. Like
Oh, yeah, the travel video.
would come visit sunny whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to do one on the town that I live in.
And I'm going to do one on the suburb that I live
Well,
in.
it's going to be the suburb. That's what I meant by the town. I don't know. I think
I'm specifically going to do
the
that.
city that we live in is
Yeah.
weird like that, in that like some of the suburbs do feel like little towns,
Yeah, they exist kind of on their own sometimes.
and they all hate each other.
So, yeah.
It's pretty brilliant.
So that was your choice, which means now I have to try and think of what are we going to do after that. Yeah, we're going to be doing more skits. Just because it's fun for us. Was meant to be fun for us. Didn't enjoy the seaweed.
The problem with that challenge was I felt like I had nothing to offer it,
Yeah.
and it was literally just me being like, I don't know. And like
I enjoyed
the video goes for like my footage goes for about 40 minutes all up.
Oh.
And no, most of it is not me stirring. Most of there's about 20 minutes of me being
Whoa! What's going on?
That would be someone delivering something.
We got a delivery. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Yeah, everybody's ears are broken. We're gonna have to put sound dampeners on the puppies.
It's not for me.
Here's the mail, it never fails. Makes me wanna wag my tail.
When it comes, I wanna well.
Mail!
What is it? The dance he does is a bit like this. He goes.
Alright, so the actual video VHS that we were watching today.
I was explaining something and now I forgot what it was.
Travel vlog.
No, I was explaining how like my clip was 40 minutes long.
Oh,
And no,
most of it's you
it was-
whining.
was me whining about how like I don't know what I'm doing. This sucks, and then tasting it and being like, I don't know if this is any good. No,
And the
it's
thing
okay.
is, you cut most of that stuff out because the bit that
Yeah.
I got, I didn't see that, and I probably would have kept that stuff in.
No, it was not good.
It wasn't good. It sounded
No.
too much like actual whinging and not funny.
It was actual whinging. I was
Yeah,
not
okay.
happy about like
Okay.
I was not having a good time trying to work out what I
I'm
was doing.
sorry. Next time, I'm gonna hold your hand. We're gonna do another cooking challenge.
next
in a
time,
year.
next time, like
No seaweed and
it'll be like ingredients that. Well, it won't have something that I know that I don't eat.
did we talk about like what the suggestion from cyberspace said about our next cooking challenge and what it should be?
Wait, what?
It's like we should try to cook each other's signature dish or something
Oh.
like that. Like
Mm.
I cook the butter chicken that you like. We each write each other a recipe and we try to cook each other's dish and like follow.
Why would I write you? You don't follow recipes.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't. It's like butter chicken. What's all this words? I put butter on chicken, right? Ta-da! But yeah, that was one suggestion of what we.
I
could
like
do
the way,
next time.
I like the idea of having viewers tell us what to make.
I did as well. It's just
It's just as long as we reserve the right to say no to things that we know we're not going to be able to enjoy.
sure thing. And on top of that,
You know what I found out? Actually, here's the thing that I did find out that was made me kind of annoyed.
Mhm.
So what I wanted to do was the original plan for the seaweed that I had was to make like chips out of them that I could just dip into the dip.
yeah,
Couldn't do it because I didn't know how, and I couldn't find any reasonable way to do it.
yeah,
What I ended up finding, like the week after we finished and had filmed everything,
yeah,
was a bag of seaweed crisps.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
as in actual, like,
I mean, as far as rules go, I would have let you get away with anything as long as it's interesting content. And yeah, that would have been.
it would have saved my dish.
You wouldn't have even had to have used the seaweed. Like if you had dipped that,
I
and
w- I
went,
wouldn't
don't
have.
like the seaweed stuff. Let's dip a corn chip instead.
And
Ta-da,
I hate
done.
it. I hate it. I hated that I found it late.
Anyway, should we get on to the next
Yeah,
video?
let's get on.
Cool.
before I get
Okay,
mad about it.
so the actual VHS that
Failure.
we're watching today goes for an hour, so we're only watching the one. There's the camera over there. Oh, I'm gonna walk up to it.
It's gonna move around for the next few weeks while we sort things out.
Eating smart. So what this tape is it's a 1 hour cooking video where they teach you how to cook, but it's an introduction to vegetarian cooking. But
It
it's
was vegan.
no, it's actually vegetarian. They use eggs and
Ooh,
cheese and
eggs
all that
cheese.
sort of
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
Which
I don't mind anyway. It's
yeah. So
just where we talk
It's-
about how we're vegetarians. Oh, because we're bros. We watch footy now.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Vegetarian.
What's a vegetarian?
It's one of those broy things where
Where
it's
they-
like, I like vagina, dude. Yeah.
No,
We
I was
watch-
actually going to talk about
We
how
watch
this.
footies now, so we're bogans.
God.
We need like federal boob inspector shirts, and
Are you done?
I'm never done.
Shit.
Go on.
So this video about vegetarian cooking was actually put out by the church, and the two people involved, I didn't bother to write their names down, but I did some deep dives. I could have rang her up, and
Are
I
they dead?
decided I didn't want to. No, they're both alive and well.
cool.
The two people introducing have no acting credits because they're not actors. It turns out that they're part of the church.
Are we going to
as
be
well.
able to see that they're not actors in the video?
Oh, so much. And I'm putting a challenge to you and anyone who wants to play, not the band, Jeebus.
The band Jeebus?
No, the band, the church.
I know.
They're from Australia, right? They're an Australian, like, old school burnt. Anyway, so the guy from the video, I didn't write down the names. They're boring people. The guy from the video has done a bunch of charity work, but he's just involved in the church. He's an old guy, does charity. Who cares? The lady in the video, I think it was her idea to make the video. She is also just involved in the church. That's the only things I can find about it. She actually has gone up the ranks where she actually has her own church sort of thing. Like she's like the manager of a church or something like that. But again, involved in a lot of interesting charities, and that's where I find information about them. I found her phone number. I thought about ringing her. I don't care enough. I thought, what am I going to say to her? Like, I made a cooking video once. What was your inspiration on that? I don't care. We had our own video to do, so we didn't need the extra. So I'm going to pause this half an hour into it and run an ad break. It says that it's 8 easy recipes, so count them out. After 4 recipes, we'll pause it, have a break, and then get back into it. And yes, you can see that they are not actors, they are not real presenters, they are kind of terrible. And I want you and anybody at home who wants to play along to drink every time he says nice, easy mode, hard mode.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I've got it. It's come to me. The next cooking challenge.
What?
When we are doing another cooking video.
Drunk cooking?
Hold on. We each pick one. Mm-hmm. I take one home, I watch it, and I have to make a recipe from that video.
Oh, well, I only have one other cooking video, so I got to get a third video. Cool.
We'll try if you can find one.
I can. Yes, absolutely.
And instead of doing like a whole like thing where we do like the taste afterwards, we have to have it on the day.
Yeah, like live on stream.
Live on stream
Yeah,
while they're making it.
Yeah.
Like when they're finished making it, so if I bring mine out and say, "Well, here it is. What do you think?"
Yeah.
And then during
pause
your
and
episode,
what do
you
and
think?
then we watch the other thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Sounds good. Write it down. Just don't forget it.
I've already forgotten it.
Okay.
Okay.
Go put that on top of the stack of VHS. I'll plug it in. But okay. You had that idea in the middle of me saying.
Sorry. I apologize. I had to say it.
I thought it was going to be relevant.
No, sorry.
No,
Every
that's
time
fine.
he says what? What are we drinking?
Every time he says nice, easy mode.
Can I write this down?
Yes. Every time he says nice, drink. Every time they say anything that is kind of like nice or, like any other word, like that's gonna taste good or any other kind of, is it hyper? I don't know.
Nice or similar.
Nice or similar, that's hard mode drink. But nice in general.
We're going to show you how to make some really delicious vegetarian meals with the help
Okay.
of Alistair, who we're going to meet a little
Is that
bit
it?
later.
Christina and
By
Alistair, yeah.
vegetarian, we
Yeah, that's it.
actually mean no flesh foods, and this includes fish and chicken. There are 2 different types
I wouldn't
of
eat fish anyway, love.
vegetarian eating. The first type is vegan cooking, which doesn't include any dairy products such as
No
milk,
craft singles.
butter or cheese, or eggs. The
Or
other
any
type of
coon.
vegetarian eating is
It's called
lacto-ovo
chia now, isn't it?
vegetarian eating, and this does include dairy products and eggs. We're going to be using tofu in one of our recipes today.
Oh, they are
You might
Australian.
be
This is from New
surprised
South
to hear
Wales,
that
by the
tofu
way.
actually isn't a dairy food.
I
It's
couldn't
made
tell they
with
were
soy
Australian,
beans.
but I
It's
could tell it was
soybean
New South
curd.
Wales.
Oh, okay.
That's a lie. It was the other way
So
around.
we're going to be marinating in soy sauce and then adding it to a stir fry instead of meat.
I do like
The health
tofu.
food area is a great place to shop
I got
for
some
vegetarian
marinated
foods.
chili
When you're choosing
tofu
which foods to buy,
lately.
check the
It
nutrition
was on double
labels
reduced. I'm like,
carefully to
yeah,
make
I'll
sure
take
the
that.
foods are low in
I'll
fat,
fry it up.
low in salt, low in sugar and high in fibre. Well, that's all from me, so let's go and see how Alistair is going with the fruit and veggies.
Extra firm.
What would you put the extra
Thanks,
firm in?
Christina.
Oh,
Soup.
Welcome to my
You know,
health
the
food
little
shop.
floaty bits.
You might say health food shop. This is my fruit and vegetable shop. This is
guy's
where you
annoying.
purchase lovely fresh vegetables and fresh fruit.
there we go.
Many vitamins and minerals are found in your fresh
Minerals.
fruit and vegetable, and that is
Many.
important when we go cooking with them. Now, when you pick your fresh fruit and vegetables, you must make sure that they're nice and fresh. And I want to show you
Nice.
something. I have
did
brought
say.
along with me a piece of celery. It looks nice and fresh.
Nice.
I want to show you something. Look at this. See, it bends, it is limp, not fresh. We have with us here
Not
another piece
fresh.
of celery, nice green
Nice.
color, very fresh, and I'll show you. Look at this. Beautiful, not limp, brittle, just ready to eat. Oh, and I love celery.
A lot.
So the beautiful and the love, do they count as the hard mode nices? Are we playing hard
Get
mode?
to
Yeah.
know the staff. Nick, I'm going to be making a vegetable stir fry, and I want you to explain to me the 3 varieties of your capsicums which I want to use.
Okay, well you've got the green, the yellow and the red. The red and
Yeah.
green... more
No,
suitable for
they're all the
stir
same
fries,
fruit,
whereas
just
the
a
yellow
matter
more
of them
suitable for
like
omelets
bracketing, right?
and salads.
Great. Now, can you help me choose a nice green capsicum?
Nice.
Well, first of all, it's got to have a nice texture. Make
Nice.
sure it's nice and firm and no lines running through it.
Nice.
Okay.
That's wonderful. Oh, I just
Wonderful.
love fresh
Oh,
capsicums with my
love.
stir fry.
Quick!
Oh boy.
We haven't started yet.
This is going to be 2009 all over again.
After our shopping spree, did you enjoy the supermarkets?
Yes, I did. And now we know where to find all the ingredients that we're going to be using in the dishes that we're going to be making today.
Yes, and look, I just really enjoy going into the greengrocers. It's
Do I?
just
Yeah.
wonderful to see these beautiful fresh vegetables and fruit.
Beautiful
Love the
vegetables.
colours and things like that.
We're going to be using them
Lovely
in different ways today. We're going to be starting off with
Do
a
a double take
coleslaw,
there.
a pasta dish, some rice dishes. We're going to be using couscous.
I might need another beer.
making a stir fry, lots of different ideas.
Yes, and we're going to start off after seeing all these lovely things out there.
Lovely.
Lovely
Right
things.
now, in a recipe we called country cottage rolls, and they are very, very tasty. Look, Christina, would you just show us how to make these for us?
Okay, they're really easy. We do need a food processor for this recipe. Our first ingredient is some eggs. We just need to add the 3 eggs into the food processor.
Can we use Wegs instead?
If you can get a hold of Wegs.
And we need some walnuts. We don't
I mean, I
need
can
to
contact the
put
guy
walnuts
who was in the video, but he doesn't
Oh,
eat them.
did you know?
So we'll just add them.
I think it
This
was
is really easy, though. We don't no chopping,
last
no cutting, just chop
Friday
it.
And some
was the
onion,
10-year
some
anniversary of us
garlic,
first
some
watching that
onion.
video.
Yeah, how do you remember?
Facebook.
Our
Nice.
What's
next
up?
ingredient is cottage
With me
cheese
saying,
egg.
I want some Wegs.
You'll probably have tried cottage cheese baked
Nice.
into a sausage roll type product, which is actually what we're doing. But we're going to use cottage cheese instead of meat. And it makes a really,
Instead
really
of meat!
And it, you know, cottage cheese is extremely tasty. When it's cooked in
Tasty,
the
right?
dish we're doing today, you will. Oh, it really is nice. But you,
It's nice.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I just can't wait till we get them cooked and so we can start eating. Sorry, Christina.
Let's have a bit of soy sauce for a bit of colour.
These guys are
and
awful.
flavour.
They're not
Okay, let's
presenters.
just process a
He's
lot.
too presentery and she's too not presentery. Then again,
Start talking again.
it's we're trying to
Well,
be
this is not taking very long. This took about
presenters and we're
5 or
not,
6
so
seconds. That's all you need.
Okay, now let's
Well, then
just
you've
put
made
it
a
in bowl. We're
goddamn
gonna add
mess.
some other ingredients because you probably would have thought
they
that
didn't
was
drain the
choice
cottage
for
cheese.
a
don't
sausage
need
roll
to.
type product, which is
I know,
like,
right? It's extra flavor, salty flavor too.
Right.
But if you wanted to roll it up in a,
Right, we'll take this away out of your row.
a sausage roll, then you need to drain it,
Okay,
get rid of
now
some
we're
of the
gonna
moisture.
add
Oh, you
some,
need to like let it dry out,
pink
which is
rolled
not
oats.
great for the eggs and stuff.
Now they're basically just the traditional rolled oats that have been processed up to make them a little bit finer, which means that when we go to bake the product, they'll
Although if you're going to use rolled oats, that'll absorb all the.
Yes, that's true.
I'm going to add some breadcrumbs.
And that will too.
Commercial breadcrumbs because they're nice and fine in texture.
Ah, gluten.
And so
Hey,
add
that
the
isn't
giant ones at the end. With
2012
that
yet.
moist mixture that we processed up, will make a really nice texture for our filling.
And you'll notice as well, all this is very, very simple. Not a lot of work attached to this, and so it
Wait,
makes it a very,
was
very
gonna say
easy
it.
dish to make.
These are really tasty and low in fat, a lot lower in fat
Tasty.
than traditional sausage rolls actually.
Exactly. Now, what are we going to do with this, and what are we going to put it in?
Okay, we're going to use puff pastry. Now there's a couple of different types of puff pastry that you can get. You can get puff pastry made with butter, and also we got the puff pastry that's made with canola oil. So let's just, we're
Canola
going
oil?
to be using 3 sheets in total for this recipe. Let's just cut each sheet in half. So I'll just show you one. We're going to be brushing the sheet on the edges with a little bit of So Good.
Now, what is so good?
With
It's
what?
actually a soy drink.
Well, does So Good count even though it's a brand?
So you can use it in exactly
No,
It is good.
No, it's a brand.
I'm
Fuck that.
drinking to it.
No, I'm not. None of these brand name association bullshit.
No cholesterol, but it isn't.
That is the brand they're using.
Using the regular one.
Excuse me. What is it anyway?
So good.
This is the part I really love.
Is it milk?
My hands into the mixture,
Love.
and we can make the sausage rolls. Now, it's very simple to do that. You just spoon the mixture onto the pastry, and you will notice as well, if you have a close look at that, it's not too wet.
Man, get your
And
hands
it's not
dirty.
too wet either, because it'll just make a mess.
COVID.
So dry like that
Oh,
is
yeah.
quite good. Oh, look at that. Isn't it just great?
The world
It's
has
just great.
changed.
I can put my hands into it. You form
It's
it into
soy?
a roll,
Okay. I
just
prefer
like this.
almond myself. Soy's got a weird taste that I'm not enjoying
And that's
when it comes to milk.
Very, very easy. It's quite even. Don't forget to push it out to the edges. In fact, if you want, you can add a bit more to it as well, just to make sure that you have a nice, even roll.
I'm not really a big
through,
sausage roll guy.
more on this side.
That's a shame because I make really good sausage
Then
rolls.
we take the pastry and
In fact, I
roll
made
it
some last weekend
over like that.
for
And
the baby shower gender reveal party that I went to and got way too drunk at.
Gender reveals.
Yeah, blue M&Ms came out of the cake, but I'm not meant to tell anyone. No one needs to know that Tanya's baby's a boy. Sorry.
Or we can cut it into
I didn't
little
give a shit.
pie
Who?
slices.
that's what we're
Exactly.
We're going to cut this into small sizes. So we're just
But
gonna
yeah, I
cut
made
this
a
small pieces.
pork and applesauce sausage roll for that family.
And I think we have
What happened?
He's like,
Pause and rewind.
He's like, we're
I
gonna
don't
cut
know
it into
what you're talking
6
about.
pieces,
One,
and he
two,
realized
three.
like when he got to like the 4th cut, he's like, there's not really that much space here.
Oh, cool. I didn't notice that ever. Come on, show me.
Or we can cut it into little pie size.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut this into small sizes. So we're just going to cut this
Into 6
small
pieces. 6 small
Look
pieces.
how big the
That's
pieces
1,
are.
2, 3. Oh wait, we gotta get small. Oh no! Oh no! Nice.
We put a little, see?
It's
Now,
the little
fork it up.
details.
Put holes in
Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, the thing is, my sausage rolls look like that when I cut them too, but I don't try to get a particular number out. It's just, I don't know, I end up cutting them.
No, I'd be the same as you. I wouldn't be doing it because I'm like, I want to get exactly this much out.
No,
I'd
it's
be
just
like,
because,
I
they're all
can't cut evenly.
odd. About that big. Oh, I pity the person who gets that end bit.
I would have the small one probably.
Yeah, but it's the small one with mostly pastry.
Yeah, I'd probably enjoy that more.
Nice and golden brown.
Oh, here's one we prepared earlier. She said nice, by the way.
About 200 degrees Celsius.
And look, let me tell you something. The smell of
It
this
is really, really
beautiful
nice.
and
I mean,
very, very tasty. Now look,
beautiful.
that didn't take long, did it? It was a very, very
It was
quick
nice
way
and
of doing
beautiful.
it. It's not difficult. Certainly doesn't take any time. And you know what we're going to do now? We're going to start eating these.
Aside from the fact that it's just full of rolled oats, I kind of like the rest of the ingredients.
I actually like rolled oats.
Oh, well then
They're
you probably
filling.
like those sausage rolls because it's
probably
more,
would.
more like just a interesting flavored bit of bread.
Yeah. No, I like oats because they're filling.
Mm.
That's what I had for breakfast this morning, actually.
Oh, you had porridge?
No, rolled oats.
That's not how you make porridge.
We have porridge as well.
But it's not how you make porridge. I need to find that out as well. I'm sure that one's on YouTube. But my holy grail is the black shoes one. Once I find that, we're stopping the show, right?
It's your choice, not mine. I'll keep doing it alone if you quit.
Got a lovely
But I
dish we
found
want
that
to
ad.
share with you today. Now, I know it
Then we
might
can just
sound
watch that
common.
ad.
It is called
God, yeah, exactly. I need to find it. I've looked everywhere for it.
dinner parties.
James knows
You
what I'm
wanna
on
just
about.
decorate
Wouldn't it be funny if James was just like, oh, here it is.
No.
I've had it on this tape for like...
Use coleslaw, put it in a dish.
All right,
Or you might
I'll say
to yourself,
something else, which is I'll stop looking for ads. Then
sandwiches with bread
that's my
rolls.
holy grail of
Use
looking
coleslaw.
for ads.
Well, today we're going to show you a very simple way of making a lovely coleslaw. And Christina, you're going to show us how to make almond
Lovely.
coleslaw. So, can you tell us what we're going to do here?
Okay. Almond coleslaw is a variation of
I
traditional
gotta
coleslaw.
point something out about this,
Um,
though.
Go on.
The differences are going to be we're going to use almonds.
These
which
are
traditional
legitimately
ingredient,
extremely
and also
simple
using some
recipes.
seafood,
Oh, yeah.
which
Have you ever
is
watched one of them cooking shows and they've been like, this is a really simple recipe, and the next thing you're sucked into a fucking 10-step
Is this red
in and out of the oven.
I'm pretty
ridiculous.
sure our next videos of cooking is going to be like that. It's a sour American like barbecue ribs video sort of thing I got. But of course we need to get everyone in UVCF. I'm not sure it'll play in us.
It'll play in mine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mine has a different problem to yours. A completely different.
And the colour variety that it brings,
Which might be fixed by I
Cool. I'm
just
trying to
said
pay
surface.
attention, but all I'm looking at is the black paint marks on the
I have used coleslaw.
on the air
Do you
conditioner
know how?
unit.
Oh yeah, like
It does look good.
there was one or two
Sorry.
there, and we just
Christina,
decided
we have
who gives a shit.
lovely green cucumber.
Should have just painted it.
Considered it.
In coleslaw.
Okay,
But we wanted to save
it works
the
really
paint
well.
because we're
It's got
probably
a
going to end
nice
up
crunchy
coating it a
paint
couple more
texture.
times.
Anyway.
We don't need to peel the cucumber either, so we just need to
Don't
wash
need to
it
peel
really
it?
well and
Wow,
dice it up
wait.
into little fine pieces.
I,
So we'll just add
that's
that
the
in
thing.
while
Like
we
I watched
have
you
it.
peel the sweet
Now,
potato,
in this
and I
coleslaw,
watch
we've
other
got a
people
lovely
peel
mixture of
carrots, and I'm
different
like, you don't
nutrients,
got to do
particularly
that.
vitamins and
Well,
particularly vitamin C,
yeah,
which is found
I
in
don't
all
know
those foods.
because I don't cook. I'm not a chef. I do what I have seen people do.
Bite into it, see if it's nice.
Celery. Do you look at
I
that?
taught you how to do that at one point.
It does add some nice texture.
If you need to know
And a
what
nice
something
tangy
tastes
flavour
like,
as
you
well.
taste
And
it.
you'll
So we
notice
just
it's
add that
also
in.
thinly sliced as well, which is
Not if it's fish.
very important. You don't
I'll
have to go
shove it. I'll
One
shove it.
time-
I just don't want it.
One time, I went to watch one of the Chelsea matches in Melbourne at the pub, and they brought out some
We
snacks,
can use
and I was
regular
eating
white
something. I'm like, this is
onions
pretty
or brown
tasty.
onions as well,
And
if
then
you don't have any access to
slowly but
shallots.
surely it dawned on me like
Sometimes
it was
calls
fish,
for
and I was like,
onions
well,
as
I actually
so
don't
we
mind
can
this.
keep
Yeah.
them roasted next
And
to
about
it.
15
We
minutes
may
later, I was
see
like,
them as being
oh,
called
no.
spring onions. They're
And I was
fairly
like
long,
sick for
thin
the whole
onions,
fucking
with
match.
white
What
on the
fish was
bottom
it?
and green
I
on the top.
can't even tell you. I
There's
don't
both
know.
the white and the green parts of the shallot.
Okay, now,
Because it was like, I think it was like a wrap thing or something, and it had fish in it.
Mayonnaise and mix all that together. What do you
We'd probably
suggest?
just like
Let's mix
5
it
or
up
10
now,
there.
so that the
Sorry.
ingredients
Take a
are
big gulp.
combined, and we'll add the mayonnaise dressing that we're going to make up especially for this coleslaw.
I
at
mean,
this moment.
What
I like to
about
pretend that I'm
this
fancy, but I
coleslaw
also like a
is
big
the
gulp.
dressing. It's just not a normal mayonnaise dressing. Now, Christina's going to show us what she does with this. And
You know, I have to call you out, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I have to call you out right here, publicly, in front of
Go ahead. I
everybody.
don't give a shit.
So, you've always been against just
There's
like
no
being
need to buy
lazy and going down the
expensive
shop
salads.
and buying a
So
pasta
you can make
sauce
your own that's low fat and great
and just
tasting
putting it
as
on
well.
some pasta and
So
eating
we've
it.
got some low-fat
When
mayonnaise
you
here.
now
We're just
are
gonna
literally
add
going down the shop
tomato
and
juice,
buying a sachet of
tomato
curry
juice,
Just
and
put it in the microwave
microwave
and eating it.
and eating it. I realized that because I bought more of the one you gave me.
Yeah, nice.
And as it was in the microwave cooking, I'm like,
You
wait
did
a
all that,
minute.
you-
I was like, wait a minute.
the lemon juice.
Ah.
So that reminds me.
So we'll just
Oh my god, see, that's the
yeah.
problem with having a
When
break
it's
between
well combined,
episodes.
it's a nice
I was
pink
going to
colour.
ask you, hey, what have you been doing this week at the start of this episode by saying, I gave you a care package last week. What did you do with it? Like, because I
it's
gave
all
you
gone.
I know it's all gone, but like I gave you a whole bunch of food items. I wanted to know like what you did with the sachet of curry. You told me you served
Ate
it
it the
on
next
rice.
day.
Ate it the next day on rice. But like,
I was like,
how
well,
have
Tori and I are
you
going to love this for dinner.
what have you thrown the vegetable stock in?
I haven't used that yet because I haven't cooked anything properly. Like,
You've just been
for a while.
microwaving sachets of black beans.
No, it's
It's
more
so
that I haven't
nice,
actually
though.
cooked anything
Anyway.
properly.
But that's what I was going to ask you. Like,
been all
because I
lazy
gave you a
cooking
whole
meals.
bunch of
The
things.
beer's definitely gone.
Yeah, I gave you
And it didn't last 3 days.
Painkillers.
The pain. There's still one of those left.
But today,
Actually, maybe there's 2 because I think I still have the one you gave me a while ago. So I still have 2 of those. Ooh.
But yeah,
Curry's long gone.
I gave you a bunch of foodstuffs and I wanted to see what you cooked with it. And you just microwaved it, ate it out of the pack. I've done the same thing. I microwaved and ate it out of the pack. They're delicious.
And I went and bought more.
Yeah.
Because it is good. I'm just saying. I'm just saying there's no difference.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm old, lazy, going through a midlife crisis, running, wearing Hawaiian shirts, all those things. It's fine.
Which isn't Hawaiian. Hawaii's not spooky. This is like the Transylvania equivalent.
Wearing Transylvania shirts, do we need to specify that?
I don't. You can if you want. If you want that as another buzzword, you can have it.
Just watch them. We nearly burnt these ones, didn't we?
we did.
Oh, good one.
How do you burn stuff in a salad? She toasted the walnuts. Sorry. We've gotten bored of them already. We're only 16 minutes in.
Well, they're going on about a salad. Like, I've never had a salad that I found so interesting that I will just continue to eat it. Also, you left some of the nuts in the goddamn...
Yeah, clean that bowl out. You gotta
Empty the whole thing.
No wastage. Come on.
When we, sorry, Christina, when we make this dish like this, you
Sorry!
When we-
and you can serve it over your
Was that him saying, sorry, I'm talking? Like, sorry, the man is talking? Or was that a...
No, absolutely. Because then he's the one who starts talking again.
beautiful.
And it's a
Beautiful.
great picnic food. If you put it in a Tupperware container, it'll last well for a couple of hours.
Now look at that.
A couple of hours.
I love it when things last me a couple of hours. I can eat them all hours.
Just takes a very, very short time. And of course,
But
you can get all
I love her
the
face
wonderful
sometimes. She's just
very
staring blankly at the camera like,
The first
what am I
recipe,
doing?
interesting and worth trying.
Yeah.
Second, I wouldn't bother with this shit. This is
That's just putting toasted walnuts into cabbage. Get over it.
Here are uncooked and raw. And that means all the vitamin minerals are still in the food.
You know all the vitamins and minerals don't go away when you cook them, right? Only if you
like it's already going
boil
limp
them.
and gross. He's right though. Look at it. It looks dehydrated
Yeah,
on the top there.
they needed that picture.
Almond coleslaw. I'm not really a slaw guy either, honestly. But here we go. This is my domain. Give me a pasta, and I'll just devour that shit.
Yes, and it's a really
Oh,
easy
Coles
recipe.
also have these little baggies of
We've got for you, and
uh,
you'll find how simple
pasta
this is to make.
ricotta-y things
Actually,
that are cool,
pasta's
like for
becoming really
$3. Like,
popular
oh my god, I know. I used to go on about like buying expensive pasta sauces and just make your own. It's cheaper, but now
Expensive. It's like $2 for a big jar.
it's actually cheaper to not cook yourself.
It's always been that way.
No,
Mince has been going up in price for like 3 decades.
Add that in.
But those little pasta packets that Coles have now in the it's in the fresh
Just gonna
section.
saute those onions,
It's
are we?
they're kind of cool.
Yes. And again, when you saute the onions, you just allow them to go clear.
I
and
could
that's
eat
it.
all
Sort
the
of-
There is
onions.
no better
This is
smell.
going to happen
Yeah,
than
very
onion
quickly.
Sam has to go low
That's
FODMAP,
why
which means
pasta
I
is
have
so
to cook
good,
onions
because
while
it's
she's
such a
not
good
around.
dish. It's healthy fast food.
To that,
I'll eat all
we're
these
going
onions
to
with a
add
spoon.
A can of
So
tomatoes.
good.
Man, I could do that
Now,
thing
you
where I
can
eat a
use
raw
fresh
onion.
tomatoes if you want to
Quite
crush
happily
them,
just
but when
like
you
an
do
apple.
that, you need to
Tomato-
skin them first and then chop them up.
Don't skin them. What's wrong with tomato skin? Do you skin your tomatoes?
Sizzling.
Don't
No.
ever.
That's definitely something I have never
Pasta
skinned.
wouldn't be
Never
pasta without
skin
tomatoes, is it?
most
It's just
things
all-
unless
Whoa,
it's gonna
hold
get
on!
away.
She just said something completely wrong. Pasta wouldn't be pasta without tomato.
It is.
It's
Now,
totally
some
pasta without
tomatoes,
tomato. Your favorite pasta is
got
my
really high
creamy
acid, so
carbonara.
just to break
I don't know about that. My mum,
Oh,
the
you've got a
one
new
thing
one?
she actually cooks. No, it's been pretty much my whole life. The one
Okay.
thing that she.
Well, your favorite thing that I used to cook you was every time I'm like, "What do you want?" And you're like, "Creamy carbonara." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, that
Yeah.
all your lasagna was good too.
That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
because it
use-
was relaxing. For some reason, it made me tired. I don't know why.
Uh,
I usually slept better after eating it.
I can make you some more of that soon.
There's often just a touch of sugar just to take away some of that.
We're not allowed to talk about that on
It is
Twitch.
important and
We
does
could
make
totally
a
talk about it on
difference.
Twitch.
Oh, okay,
420
I put-
blaze it.
I put weed in it.
It's
It's a frickin' herb. Don't put it in fucking chocolate cookies. You put it in lasagna. Anyway, go on.
Nicely like that,
No, I'm just thinking of lasagna now.
and
I'm hungry.
along with it,
Yeah, but what does your mum make you?
Spaghetti bolognese, and it tastes like no other bolognese I've ever had. I wouldn't even call it.
Do you
Like,
know what the secret ingredients are?
I do not. I've never been able to recreate it.
one
If I asked her, she would tell me.
we're
Ooh,
going
do
to
it.
serve it with avocado cheese.
But my
on the
God,
top.
is it good?
She also puts weed in it.
I would love that. If I found out that my mum was putting marijuana.
No,
in my
it's just
spaghetti.
a herb. It makes you happy.
Cottage cheese. The hard cheeses like Parmesan cheese are very high in fat, so you know if a cheese is low in fat or not as to whether it's hard or soft. So this is an ideal one to use if you want the flavour.
Are you
of cheese
telling
without
me
fat.
that I can't eat
And
blue
it's very
cheese?
tasty as well.
If I wanna
Harry,
lose
what
weight.
sort of pasta are you going to serve this over?
Well, today we've chosen fettuccine. We're
Fettuccine?
going to
Yeah, he's making.
You know, I'm
Tomato
all
cap-
for just randomly putting matching sauces and pasta types.
Lovely. Can you
I hate people who are just insisting that it's bolognese, so it has to have spaghetti. It's carbonara, so it has to be
No,
fettuccine.
actually, bolognese I think tastes better
that.
with penne. Honestly,
I actually quite like it with fettuccine.
Yeah.
I think that's underrated.
fettuccine is just better than spaghetti in most ways.
Yeah,
I like
you know,
that.
and-
Especially when
no,
they've
I
got the,
think when
the
they kind of
spinach.
stick together,
You like
and you
that?
get the kind of fat little.
I like the coloured ones. I like
getting hungry. This episode is
sun-dried
good.
tomatoes.
I'm gonna
the
make this.
spinach
I'm gonna
ones.
make this sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna make
it looks good. I like the cheeses that you make.
It
out
looks
of
cheap. Looks
Yeah.
easy. I'll
Italian
make it.
tofu balls in tomato
Our
sauce.
next recipe is a really interesting one. It's actually tofu balls in tomato sauce.
and it's a very easy
And tomato
recipe again
sauce.
to make.
Yeah, not just like
What I like about
out of a
this
bottle,
is
as in like
I think we
they're
stopped with
making
the
it.
drinking game.
Yeah,
We haven't really been paying
we're not
attention.
listening.
Let's get started.
It's one of those things. I tried to keep our
Back when,
attention,
yeah,
but-
Milshine's just said it completely right. Back when dietary advice was fat as bad, was before they realised, like, oh, well, actually, it's not.
No, it's the sugar that turns your body
Yeah, it's
into
sugar and-
storing it.
All those other
All
things.
those grains and
There's actually
shit.
two different types. There's a soft tofu that pours out like mayonnaise, and then this firm type, which we've mashed up in this instance so that the texture holds together in the balls.
Now we're going to add to that onion,
Balls.
and again we've just chopped the onion.
In the balls.
It holds together in the balls where all the pea
Very
is
simple,
stored.
not difficult.
Yep, it is an easy dish. Got some freshly chopped garlic.
How many recipes are in the
just
show?
Love fresh. You know I love.
8.
Okay, so it's after this
I
one.
keep telling you, but
You want pause after this one?
Yeah, we
This
For
is
a
the
pea?
fourth.
We need a pea break?
No, this is the fourth. I just remembered. You want
Yeah.
to do an ad break on the
Yeah, at about
halfway.
half an hour.
Yes,
Yeah.
instead of another nut.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry. I thought I
uh,
got confused
enough
in my mind for
has
some
a
reason. I
nice
had
flavour.
6 in my head and I was
don't
like,
think there
uh-oh.
is a strong
I think we might have missed the
walnut,
ad break.
But they've got a flavour all of their own.
Oh,
But
good.
they're a nice one to use
Yeah.
and easy to chop, and they don't go too crumbly either.
Yeah, we've certainly showed
What's his
lots of different
accent?
ways of using nuts in cooking.
New South Wales.
Because
It
they
is
are a
not.
nice source of
That's her
potassium and
accent.
zinc, and that's important for vegetarians.
Exactly. Now
Okay,
we have a look at this.
here's my theory on his accent.
Breadcrumbs.
I think he's trying to be a
We've made this
presenter.
ourselves.
And
Very,
he's
very
not.
simple.
I think
You take a
he's
couple
doing
of
that thing
three
that
slices of
sometimes I do
bread,
where I'm like,
bread,
He watches a lot of, like, daytime cooking shows.
But wait this bit old.
Undead and an arsehole. He's probably not an arsehole. I bet he's a really nice guy, honestly.
he does a lot of charity work, so you take that from wherever you want it. But it's for the church, so I don't
If
know.
you use commercial breadcrumbs in this case, they'd be too fine, and the mixture would be too complex, makes it light.
No.
That's exactly right. And we're going to help to bind all this together with some wholemeal flour, and don't very much, just about a tablespoon, and that's all we need.
Wholemeal
And we drop that in as well.
I'm surprised you brought over a lager, honestly.
Cupboard, you can use just white
It's
plain.
James Squire.
We're
It's
going to add
good.
soy
Shut
sauce.
up.
And we've said
Getting old,
before
watching
about
too much
soy.
football.
If you're on a low salt diet and you want to just
I'm loving the football, I'm not gonna lie.
And the
low
lager.
salt soy sauce. We'll put that in.
Hey, I'll drink a lager drink.
The cut
I'll have a whiskey drink.
I'll have a cider drink.
Fresh one.
Vodka drink, is that the other one?
In it goes.
Yeah, sure. And then we'll start singing the songs that remind us of the best
Yes,
times.
you can, and doesn't add
Sing
a
songs that
flavour.
remind us
I
of the
think
better
let your
times.
Imagination just go a little bit here when we're making this one. Some
Like my
herbs,
all-time favorite, Oh Danny
and that's
Boy.
sweet basil, and it's dry. And all we do
Is that enough?
Can we stop now? Yeah,
Is that enough?
It
That's
doesn't
enough.
take much mixing either.
And you notice we're not using an egg because remember we've used the flour to bind the ingredients, and they will stick together really well.
With
Now,
your flour combined.
Now it's as you can see, I've just done a bit, and that's it. It's ready.
It's ready to go.
Now, this is
Wait,
I
what?
like.
It's ready.
I get my
It's the
hands in
part
it,
I like.
And
It's
I'm going
nice.
to use a dessert spoon for this forming of the ball. Now you can use a teaspoon if you want. You can use a tablespoon. It all
Forming
depends
of
what
the
size ball
balls.
you want to use, and I think we have different sizes just for maybe little kids or small eaters or big eaters. But this is what you do.
Small eaters are big eaters.
Get it
Eaters who
together,
have kids.
just form it
Eaters
like
without
this
kids.
into a ball, and we set it on the tray. But before
But
we
none of
do
those dirty Queenslanders,
that, my oil
those Queensland eaters can
and
go
I
without.
lightly,
Yeah.
just like this. See?
Oh yeah,
That's
look at
not
that.
difficult.
Could you use the spray oil instead if you'd like to?
You can.
Yeah.
Yes. Now
You
look,
sure?
what I'm going to do, I'll do it.
I
again.
love it when she just stares at the
Make-
camera.
Look, that's it. Don't overdo
Don't
it.
forget
See,
to look
he's
at the
actually
camera,
excited
boys.
about what they're doing. I feel like he's sitting there's like,
No, he's not. He is way overacting. Come on.
no, he's loving it. Like he is overacting, but like you can tell he's like, this is great fun.
I get to eat all this food when we're done. I mean, I kind of feel that way when we do stuff as well. It's like, yeah, I gotta eat it.
Do this very quickly. Let me show you. I put this under the bench because I don't need it anymore.
And
I
then,
go over to the oven, which is
TV
on,
magic.
And we have already got in here, ready-made, and
No! How did they do?
wasn't that brilliant? Isn't that easy to do?
It's brilliant.
Look at
It's
that.
so easy.
And, oh,
They do
smell
smell
is
good.
wonderful.
Do they smell
You
nice?
see that? You can't see the smell, but you can see the balls. I can't. Love it.
Can't.
Right, we're
Can
gonna set
you
this
smell that? No, we're watching a video.
here, and we're going to make
Sorry, mate.
a tomato sauce that goes.
Oh, here we go. This is what I want to see. How are they going to make the tomato sauce?
Tomatoes and sugar.
Put it on the stove.
That's
turn the
that's
stove
just me
on,
pulling crap from my brain.
And In the pot, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil.
Okay, good start. Good start. We're starting okay.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have put it in that tiny little bowl. Come on. That's just too much washing up.
Oh, wait.
Yes, you do.
Onions?
Whoa, a tomato sauce with onions.
And you'll notice it's just enough to cover the bottom of your saucepan. Now, in fact, I want to show you just how much we have got in the saucepan. If I can just hold it up, can you see that? There's not much
Yes.
in there at all.
I see your
What
cup.
No, because you didn't zoom in time.
There we go.
Okay, that's all we need. And in that, we put our onions.
That's just bad editing.
Yes. You started with onions. We're good. We're good. I'm liking where it's going thus far.
Freshly crushed garlic and I just
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, you see, that's also great.
just
I
like
do
that.
love me some garlic.
Basil that's dry.
I love sweet
Sweet
basil.
in.
Now this is
Basil's
Yeah,
my
basil's
favorite
great.
herb.
sauce mixture that,
Well, I would use a different oil anyway. I don't use olive oil ever.
different pasta dishes, a lasagna,
I usually
tomato
use
sauce.
canola, but
It's very versatile. We're
What
going
do I have? I've got,
into the tomato sauce, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I can't even remember.
As you might
Sunflower.
I buy one of those like fancy oils.
You've heard us speaking about saute.
Cool.
Saute.
the problem with olive oil is if you leave it on your counter in the
it's good.
sunlight, it goes off and it stinks.
That's
I
sauteed. I
guess
want to show you a sauteed
rice
onion.
bran
Doesn't take
oil.
very long.
Rice bran oil.
And
Rice
all-
bran oil.
When I show you this, it'll be all mixed with the
Mr.
herbs as
McFancy
which
Pants.
is
I know, aren't I just a
dried sweet basil.
wanker?
And you can hear the, can you hear the sizzling?
A fancy
Just listen
wanker.
very carefully.
does sound good.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm making
Wonderful.
sauce, or I guess it's more of a
We're
salsa.
going to
This
use
is
a
this is.
tomato
Oh, I
puree.
guess so, but I mean,
Now, before I put the tomato puree in
Put
here,
some
I just want to make
capsicums
sure
in there.
that these onions are sauteed. Now, you can just begin to see
They're
what they're like.
sauteed.
Can I
You didn't
show
say
you
the
that?
T.
Can you see that? Let's just start and change colour.
that
Can you
looks
see
good.
how
I will
it's
just eat that.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Give me a
sauteed,
spoon.
And that's all we need to do.
What sort of tomato are we adding to this dish?
Well, for this dish, we're going to add
It's,
tomato puree. Now,
Do you reckon there's someone
Tomato.
holding up her
in
lines?
supermarkets.
I was gonna a puree. Okay, at least
But
it's.
if you do use
Oh,
soup,
come on.
we
Look,
need to add
it
some
could be worse. Is my
tomato
point here.
puree straight from the
It doesn't
can.
look like a tomato
Well,
puree.
No, it does.
Sometimes
Oh,
too,
what am I
you
thinking
go
of?
to
Oh,
the
I'm more
pan
thinking those little
for the tomato puree,
plastic
it's actually
pots.
You're
near
thinking
where
tomato
all the
paste.
Oh, paste.
and
Okay.
pasta
Okay.
sauces are. So it's not generally found where all the other canned tomato products are.
Right.
That is correct.
There we go.
It's a bit watery for my liking. I'd
Looks
leave
good.
it sit for a bit.
It would hopefully thicken.
Yeah.
That sauce is already completed. It's cooked.
Oh, don't forget some
Yes.
All we
No,
have
don't put sugar in. Now you got
is the
the
tomato puree
You don't need it.
and of course the sugar.
Campbell's tomato soup.
Here.
My grandmother
There is
used
a
to
slight
do
difference.
things with Campbell's tomato soup all the time.
Just a teaspoonful, no more than that.
Really, buddy?
It just doesn't take away the acidity
Fucking beanbag.
of the tomato puree.
You got a bean
No,
bag?
it's not milkshake. There is a difference. I guarantee there's a. It's not much, but there's a difference because I've used both in my butter chicken, and you can tell the
We're gonna
difference.
take
Wash
the
it,
tofu
yeah.
balls, and we're going to drop them into the tomato sauce we have simmering on the stove.
Oh, I'm glad that they're just dropping it in, and they're going all in on making
Now,
sure
I'm
that the
gonna put
sauce is
3 in
covering.
here. I'm
Yeah,
going
but
to
at the
put
same
them
time, when
in
it
the
comes
sauce.
to
I just want to make
vegetarian
clear here, we
meatballs, there's a
shouldn't
good
stir.
chance that
If
they will
you
fall
stir
apart.
these
So
too much, they'll
I mean, they didn't
break.
even put
So you
eggs in
just
them,
wanna
did they?
cover them and that's all.
I
Now, I'll
don't
just
think
show
so.
you what I mean.
no,
Can you
so
see that?
you got to be
I'll whip
gentle
them
with them.
out. There goes one, all covered in the tomato sauce.
Looks
we just
delicious.
made.
Look, it's held on. His ones have stayed together, so
Good,
whatever
good.
they've done.
We need to learn this recipe.
This is lowest budget, so you know that if it's not falling apart for them,
It's not going to fall apart for anyone.
it's very likely it won't.
Yeah, they look good.
Oh, and they've put it on the spaghetti, obviously.
We
Yeah,
should probably,
this looks good.
We should do that.
I'm
recipe.
down to try this one too. I'm glad they've done 2 pasta dishes because that means like there's 3 of the 4 recipes so far have seemed at the worst like edible,
Baguettes,
but
molomanies.
probably better.
Yeah. All right. Well, I need to pee, so I'm going to be putting on some ads for you to watch.
How many ads did you queue up? Because I do have to pee also.
That's all right.
Is there enough ads for us both to have a urination? Or do I need to run outside and piss on a bush?
You run out and do your pee now while I queue it up, and then you can come back and I'll pee while you watch the ads.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan? I'll put them on. But just be hurry.
Just be a hurry.
Yeah, just be hurry. Because we gotta have a. We can't pee at the same time. There's only one toilet. There's only the one toilet to pee in. Listen to him go. Can you hear it? He's pushing it hard. I drip, unfortunately. I've lost my muscles. Oh boy. It's time for ad break time. We all looking forward to ads? One of them has Huey in it. Alright, ready, set. Wait, where did I put my headphones? I put them there? Oh, they're there. And they. Pause your VCR now. Cool. Ad break time. Ad break time. Gonna go pee because it's ad break time.
Oh, it's Bilo, helping you buy better. Oh. Let's pee at the same time. Could have done. A little bit of garlic. I love this guy because his idea of a little bit of garlic is probably optimal. In terms of like minimum. Like it's in the minimum range. He just loves a bit of garlic.
Extra value for you.
Extra value for you. And me.
Wow, this is a treat, isn't it?
This toast is great, Dad. Did you make the bread yourself?
Nah, mate. I spread it with butter, not Marge. Nothing's too good for you lot. Butter brings out the
To be
natural
fair,
taste in food because
butter is actually tastier. It's a fact.
Oh, how about some more toast?
butter. Taste the difference.
Taste the difference. So this is what, ice cream and chocolate? Yeah. I do not. Why do you want toast now? Do you have butter though? Because if you don't have butter, it won't be.
You know what the best thing to put on toast is?
Cinnamon. Some people like cinnamon on toast.
I like beans on toast.
Nah, I don't know, man. I would prefer beans aside and just have Vegemite. I'm a simpleton.
Vegemite and beans on toast.
I would, yeah. I mean, not bad.
Look, she's got Miracle Whip on Dairy Whip. Ooh, look at that! Ah, she's not doing it.
No, no, wasn't me.
Beans, 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 beans. Greetings, Fat Prince here, and today we are
James make this?
Yeah.
This is why you're asking me to make the credits.
Sorry. Yeah. What a bomb.
beans, 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 beans,
Beans.
Beans?
Beans.
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 Beans. Anyone else feel like beans now?
Yeah. No shame. Alright, stop it. That's enough of the ad break.
The ad break is over.
So that was our ad break. Did you enjoy that? I'm sorry.
Beans?
Yeah, the beans.
Beans?
Was it good?
Millions of beans?
Millions of beans.
Beans! Beans! Millions of beans! Shall we?
Was that too cheeky?
What do you mean? I literally sprung a fucking 5-10 minute video on you last episode.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Couscous
Okay.
with pine nuts.
Well, we're back. With
Well, we're
another
back.
exciting dish.
How perfect was
Why?
Why? Why are we back?
He was expecting the ad break there.
I know,
he knew
right?
it was going to be there.
Yeah, how good was that? We didn't even plan it properly.
Which is some
The win.
crushed garlic.
I count that as a win.
I have a quick criticism.
Yes, and again,
Not enough
we've
garlic.
said many a time, we need to
Yeah, I
use
mean, when has two ever been
all
enough?
the best, but
We-
if you
exactly,
want to
yeah.
use powdered or one out of
Never
bottle,
is the answer there, by the way, for those playing at
Also
home.
got some finely chopped onion that we're just going to saute.
Now,
Now,
when we
you're a
talk
Remember, we
chef,
learnt
you
about
can
saute. a
They're
couple of-
obsessed with it, aren't they?
They love the word
just
because
making
it's
the
got that
onion
little
go
thing at the end
clear.
of the
You'll see
E.
how it's white. When it
Just
gets
making the
cooked a
onion
little
go
bit,
clear.
it goes clear, that's sauteed, and that's when it's ready.
I tell you what, if I had my mental way, I'd eat beans every day.
And you can hear it.
Alright, they're doing peaches in
Now,
the chat.
this is what
I've
been
seen
wanting to
that.
talk about. Pine nuts. Can you see those pine nuts? Now these are raw pine nuts.
Can you
can
see?
wish,
Get a zoom in on the pine nuts.
and just cook them a little bit till they're nicely golden roasted and they.
I don't know how
nicely
cameras
crunchy.
work.
Oh,
Can
I
you see
love
what
it.
I'm holding?
But what I want to know.
Another thing that I respect about this is when they're just like, put it in the oven. They're not like, put it in the oven for 5 minutes on X temperature. They're
Just
just
do it
like,
until
just put it in
it's
the oven
nice.
until it looks like it's good for you. I appreciate that.
Put them there.
I got respect for these
They're
guys.
actually the main ingredient of pesto, which you use on most of your pasta sauces. So most people will be familiar with pesto.
As long as it's got tomato in it, right? Because you can't have
You
pasta
can't
without
have pasta.
tomato.
without
They
tomatoes.
have a lovely aroma.
Fact.
Kernels.
That
That is
Fact.
good because you can. Oh, I can smell it now.
Yeah, it
it
does
is
smell
really
good.
nice.
Oh, I'll bet.
Okay.
Why
I
isn't,
can't even smell it and it's making me hungry. Come
but
on.
why isn't he a fatty? Every now and then he's just like trying to talk about something. He's like, I just want to eat it. Put it in my face.
Let me
Just put it in.
need this.
Okay.
Oh, it's so nice.
Now that water doesn't need to be hot water. It can just be cold water. Doesn't matter. We've just used a bit of.
Can we use
warm
vegetable
to
stock
speed the
instead?
process up.
And
Sure.
we're going to allow
Nice.
that.
You totally could. Why wouldn't you be able to?
Too
Now
salty.
We're going to add to this what?
Some stock cubes for some flavour.
Ah, there you go.
You should have put those cubes in the water to bloom before you poured it in the. Okay. Yeah.
Well, could be
Yeah,
worse.
I
Could
get
be
it.
worse.
Some stock
Good.
cubes contain a bit of beef or chicken
That's
extract.
right. And
What?
can
How dare
have a lot of salt in them as well, so you can get. salt in stock cubes. Now,
I
this
actually
is-
think that the vegetable ones taste better
If
anyway.
we use
It
stock
depends on the
cubes, or
recipe.
when we use them, it's because
See, I know a little bit
of
about
the
food.
flavour. And
It's
it
not
really
enough to
does.
throw fucking
It
blue
just
cheese
puts a
and
bit of lift in there.
seaweed together.
Okay.
I'm sure if somebody likes seaweed, it wouldn't have been that bad, right?
So we'll just add that in there.
I think yours would have been the one that they preferred.
Yeah. And we've also got some soy sauce.
But at least all mine was in the
And
same
again, if
fucking
you wanted
bowl.
to reduce the salt
Like, as in,
content,
like, it was all mixed
this
together.
recipe just use salt reduced soy sauce.
Yes.
Because soy sauce.
You did the
will-
smart thing and separated things.
Now
Yeah.
we come again to our.
You probably would have liked it if you
We're gonna
like
have three
cheeses and
vegetables in
stuff.
this dish. We're going to use
Okay, that's the thing. I don't know. Napastref, do you do the dairy thing?
and we're going to add them to
I'm
this
not
dish.
sure.
Yeah, that would have you would have been lost on that if you so you wouldn't have been
Yeah.
able to have it.
Fair enough.
Also a nice colour.
We've diced that.
Oh, I bought some cheese the other day.
Some cheese?
Yeah, from Scotland.
Which we would
It's
just cut
Some
absolutely
Scotland cheese?
freaking delicious.
When
That's
you
that
cut your
non-dairy
vegetables, Christina, I
cream
always
cheese
like
stuff.
doing
It's
them
so
sliced
good.
Because when you dish it up onto the plate,
It looks nice.
I mixed it
does
with
look
some
really
fresh
attractive.
spring
You
onions.
say, oh, that looks
Yeah.
really nice. And all you've done with this cut,
Kind of
is
spelt
a
that
little
way.
bit different than normal.
Just another E on the
Also
end
got
instead of
some,
the H.
sliced green
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah.
Now, if green beans aren't in season, they can be quite expensive, and it is important to choose vegetables that are in season because we don't want these recipes to become expensive.
Oh, that's the squeaky stuff. So it'd be what, tofu based or something? I think the Scottish cheese is like coconut oil based.
Yes.
Yum.
Yeah.
Quite useful as well.
Yes. And when you use your frozen vegetables, don't forget, take them straight from the freezer into the
Oh,
pot. You know the
tempeh.
way.
You don't need to thaw them.
It's great like that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay,
what
we're ready
tempeh
to
is.
add our couscous now because
I've heard
this
the
is
word
just
though,
about
which
to
is why I
boil.
didn't pronounce the H.
And what do we do?
Tempeh.
Do we the water boiling
Temper.
or
Temp-
will this go lumpy when we put couscous in?
No, couscous doesn't go lumpy at all, which is
Sounds like when I was
fantastic.
smoking a
As you
pack
can
of
see,
Winnie
it
Blues a
looks
day,
similar in
right?
texture to semolina, the fine grains.
It does too.
Yeah, so let's just add
It
that in
does
there.
too.
And that
He
will
didn't know what the
rehydrate
fuck he's
instantly
talking
and you'll
about.
see
No,
this
he's
dish
just
just
talking.
thicken up in front
Do
of
you
your
eat
eyes.
I
coos?
would. I have
Now,
before,
mixture's
and I would
just come
again.
to the boil.
Never really
It's not something I would
Stir
put on
that
the
through.
top
It's
of my
really
like.
cool, isn't it?
It is. It's
Yummy
really,
yum
really
list,
nice.
but-
And as I'm watching
It's one of
this
those things you
stir,
chuck into something if it's too
and in a
watery,
moment,
and if you
we
don't
put
want
it
to
in
add
here, it's
flour,
starting to thicken
you know.
already, so it doesn't take long from this point, and it's really, really a nice dish. When you
He
can
said
serve it
nice
properly.
again.
How
This
much would you
guy,
serve this
we
dish?
gotta,
I'd serve it
we
with
gotta-
crunch
Nice,
on
nice,
the
nice,
side
nice, nice, nice.
and some bread, or you can also have it as a picnic dish that can be served cold. You can serve it in lots of
Tepes.
different ways, but it's a great
Oh,
side
so
dish.
the H is pronounced with an S.
There we are.
Tepes.
Another dish called vegetable couscous, and it was made
And the
with
M
many
isn't
things.
pronounced. It's getting to my better half of my brain by talking about Dracula. I need to go through this whole tape, like, bit by bit. Tepe. And just edit out all the nices, because he says it way too often. That's his thing. Provolenkele. I can't pronounce
With
anything.
beans.
Yeah, beans.
Green beans?
I love this dish,
Yeah, it's probably
Christina,
green
because
beans.
green
I like green beans.
is one
Yeah, I like
of
green
those,
beans
a lot of
too, but
very
they're not
fresh
as good as,
vegetables,
like,
lovely
lentils
colours
and
in
stuff.
them, and it's just a lovely dish.
I would rank them up there, though.
We're going to make it for you now,
Honestly,
Christina.
I
How
do.
do we
Yeah, I
do
know.
it?
You loved it when I made the Thai sweet chili green bean thing that
I love my greens, dude. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those freaks who thinks that like broccoli and green beans are like the greatest.
Provincial. Doesn't that mean it only comes like once a year or something? Or once? No, it's perennial. Sorry. Every 2 years.
Now you can use minced garlic, of course, that are found in the jars.
Right. Now, you can
You can
use,
find it in a jar.
the dried garlic as
What's
well.
in this jar? I found
Garlic!
some minced
Bring
garlic.
out the flavour even more. I just love the taste of garlic in my cooking.
We're also going to use some onion, which we've just sliced up. We didn't need to chop it finely, so that makes it really quick to cut up.
Right. And of course, onions are freely available all the time. But this is what I like in our
So
cooking.
they
I'll tell you
should
the
be.
Colour, and that's capsicum. And we're going to use red capsicum in this dish.
Capsicum.
And capsicum is
He is saying it kind of weird, isn't he?
high in vitamin C.
Capsicum.
It's actually higher than oranges, believe
Really?
it or not.
There we are. You see, so you can use capsicum as well as oranges. But in this case, we're going to use capsicum in this dish, and it just adds to the colour.
You know what I do, Andrew? And I probably shouldn't say it on stream. But you know the those other little onions that have a slight garlicky flavor?
Green capsicum. Look at
What's
the
it
colour.
called?
Can you see how deep green they are? And it just really adds to the dish.
Shallots.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Really
is it-
attracts
I fill a
the-
bag full of shallots, and when I go through the self-serve, I just press the brown onion button.
I am.
I mean, that's not
loving this so
that's
far.
not stealing. They should know the difference. They shouldn't let us do our own checkout, because otherwise I'll be putting a 2 kilo roast beef butt on the thing.
There we go,
saying
tomato
that it's
paste.
Onion. The thing about tomato paste is you can buy it, even home brandy, with herbs already.
All tastes the same.
Yeah, but with herbs already, herbs and garlic already in it.
Well, that isn't that not what tomato paste is?
No, real normal tomato paste is just the tomato puree. You can actually get it that it's got the stuff in it, and the more that you let it sit.
Fresh basil. Yeah, get that in there.
That doesn't look fresh, by
It's
the
not
way.
fresh. It's not fresh.
That is absolutely not
She
fresh.
said you can use fresh basil. Yeah, give me.
I used to grow purple basil, and then my aunt came round and mowed my garden.
So you use your fresh, and you'll find it much nicer.
Actually,
This is looking pretty tasty so far. This might be the winner. This might be the winner.
I'd eat this.
So far, yeah.
With a fork.
Yeah, that's the thing. So far, I'm like, all right, just serve that to me, and you've got me.
Now look at
I need to get me a glass saucepan so that
Olives?
I can do more videos.
I can just pick around the olives. I'm not big on them.
I'm not
I
big
can
on
eat
them, but I
olives.
like scarcely. I like them scarcely.
Yeah,
scattered.
they
You
do-
have too many, they go a little fishy. But if you have
They
like
can help
just
with a bit of
enough-
flavour, and
Salty.
they are nice and salty. Yeah.
I do like a low olive like pizza. Like when there's a couple of
Yeah.
them scattered
I
around.
agree
and you
with
go,
that.
ooh, salty. Yeah, but yeah, not just
What's this?
like
What are they adding?
too many.
It's
parsley.
It doesn't matter how much
Put it
garden
in.
space you have.
Go on.
You can have
Now
some
that
parsley
looks fresh.
growing.
That looks like a weed they got out of the garden out in front.
Become like a weed as well. So, but
Yeah.
it's easy to grow. But you can also buy it from
That's
your,
nice.
grocer.
Yep.
No problem at
Very
all.
easy to get hold of.
We're going to add water to it now.
Water
It's an
and
easy country
water.
stew
Yes.
that's
Some H2O.
from the
Alright.
Can we use
country
vegetable
part.
stock
Some
instead?
H2O. You totally could.
So we'll just add the
Of course.
Water.
Now, we've added tomato paste.
Water.
We're going to add now some Italian chopped tomatoes. The Roma tomatoes. And the
Ooh,
reason why
extra
we're doing this is
tomatoes.
because they have
Okay.
got less acid in them, and so it doesn't bite the same, but you still get that wonderful tomato flavour coming.
That's a
from
good
this
thing. That's a good question, Machine. I don't know.
But
The rest of the
Um,
ingredients so far.
For 90% of us in the world, you can get it from the tap. For Pete, you got to
What
get
the
it out
fuck
of
is
a
a tap?
bottle.
They're actually the egg-shaped tomatoes, aren't they?
I do drink tap water, even though it gives me heartburn.
So you can't mistake them. They're quite different.
Yeah, that's because they're
elongated,
putting chemicals in the water, Pete. They're turning our frogs
The
gay.
frogs are gay, and I get heartburn, but it's a small price to pay for good teeth.
And the last.
I know, right? I keep seeing the stickers around. I'm like, it's just so we have better teeth, right?
We've actually got red chili
But they're like, no, it's a freaking conspiracy.
Now,
Stop,
of
stop,
course, you
stop.
can
Wait.
use dried bean mix.
Get
Uh,
those
beans.
beans.
It is
Get
beans.
those beans right on in there.
It's real beans, not the greens.
Oh, get those beans in there.
I love me some
If you want to
beans.
use your own dried beans, as we said before, you just
Beans.
put them in water overnight. But if you've forgotten about that, don't worry. You can
Quick,
pour
play the
hot
film
water
clip
over them,
again.
and an hour later, they're ready to use
Beans,
just
beans,
like we're
millions of
using now.
beans.
Now, is that it?
That's done. That just needs to simmer for a few minutes, and that's ready to
Oh.
serve.
Yeah, I'm smashing that.
But that is
That's a smash right there.
Absolutely.
If we're playing smash or pass on every recipe so far, there's been one that I would consider not, which was
the
the
salad. They're the walnut salad.
Yeah, everything else, I'm
Which
just
is
like,
Africa.
smash.
You add water to it, mix it up, and once
You
you've done
don't
that,
need to put the
this is what
coos in
looks
it.
like.
You don't need to even get the San Remo brand. You can literally just get like the cheapo brand.
I like getting cheaper brands of anything I can get a
And
hold
it
of.
is really, really tasty.
Just 'cause I think it's
I think there are
interesting.
some lines that need to be drawn there.
Sometimes, like there's particular things that get made in a particular way. Like the home brand Tin Tams aren't great, but I don't eat them anyway. So I
Exactly.
don't
Well, yeah,
care.
but that would be a good example of
Yeah.
the way to put it. Like
Well, I tell you what, my
It's
taste
generally
buds are
like-
already starting to salivate now because
cola is another example.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but if you find the right home brand one, you can get one that you like.
Nothing's done much for me so far.
I like LA Ice. Come on.
I used to, but,
But,
it
but
is too
the thing
sweet
is,
for me.
these days you can grab on
They
special,
taste sweeter than
and it's-
fucking normal Coke.
and you can grab stuff on special, and it doesn't even
Yeah,
matter.
that's it.
I quite enjoy grabbing the mango Pepsi Max. when
I
get it.
try to grab the caffeine free when I can. Sorry, when I can,
Oh, yeah.
because caffeine fucks me up.
Ooh.
Soup. Tomato and lentil soup. And you know
Soup.
what, Christina? It is
I'm into this.
my favourite.
I'm
It's
into
my
soup.
favourite as well.
Really?
So it's a winner.
Ah, it is.
Oh,
This is a
Done.
very, very
Next.
easy dish to make. We're gonna run
We're
through
not
they
even gonna
both-
make it.
if they both know how to make it,
Not
we
even
don't
gonna
have to
make it.
worry.
That's it. No one needs to know. It's a secret family recipe. We're opening a restaurant.
Fresh
The
garlic.
end.
They always put celery and stuff, and I've never really been a big fan of the celery.
I'm not huge on it, but if it's a small amount in something, it tends to get masked pretty well.
Yeah, but it
Water,
counts.
Some shredded basil, marmite.
What's that?
Yeah, but
love
it counts.
Marmite.
Small amount.
Garnish
I mean,
with
large
some
amounts.
parsley, and it's just going to be a lovely, lovely soup. Now,
Sounding
I like the
really
look of those
shall I make
lentils.
it for you?
Yes, please.
Right.
do.
Bring your chairs a little closer and have a look at this. This is just a great way of
Mine
making
doesn't have
soup.
wheels.
You put the grease on, a couple of teaspoonfuls of olive oil, and with
So
the
I'm trying
olive
out something
oil,
new
I'm
today, which
going
is
to
using
add
an old
with that
kitchen chair
the
for
Not
for the-
old. This is a new kitchen chair.
Oh, a new
This is
kitchen
We bought
chair.
this just before we
Because
moved.
it has a
So
nice
it's like
strong flavour.
maybe
Using
2
a
months
cold
old.
pressed olive
You know
oil,
what?
which means
If you don't
that
mind the
it
height
hasn't been
difference,
heated.
it's actually
And so all
comfortable
the
enough.
phytochemicals
In fact, because I'm
and
deliberately
nutrients
pushing
and
my back up
vitamins
against
that
it, it's
are
actually
found
Fine
in
by
helping.
me.
have been
Yeah.
preserved and haven't been destroyed.
If that's what you want to use, you're welcome to use
You may
that.
notice that some brands of
Well,
olive
it's either
oil
that or
say
I'd
the
buy
word
you a
light on them and a lighter
couch,
colour
and
than
then
the one
Tori
I'm
will
showing
yell
you
at you
now.
every time we leave it in
That
here and
doesn't
get drunk
mean,
instead.
unfortunately, that it's less
Yeah,
fat, which
you
I
can't
hope that
do
it
a
would.
couch.
It actually means that it's lighter
Good if we
in
get one
flavour.
this big.
So
And
we're
it
just
could
gonna
fit
use
through the doors to get out of here.
Yeah, that's
Right.
too
Now,
many
Christina, we're
variables.
going to add
Need to
to
go
that
right now, baby.
celery, and I
I just
love
wish that
Okay,
I
so
had
here's the
And
thing
you'll
with the
notice
celery
it's
right here.
it's
So he's putting it in this
Still
early.
not
Yeah, yeah.
That means it's going to drain
as
out.
well. So
Yeah.
in goes
You're
the
not going to
celery.
taste it.
Does the texture
Yeah,
of
yeah,
celery
it
normally
becomes-
stay
yeah.
fairly crunchy in this soup recipe?
It can do. It all depends if you simmer it and how long you simmer it
Okay.
for.
I would be
It's
simmering it
just
longer
adjust
because you want it to be
the way you
nice and
want it.
soft so that
Have
you
it, or
can't
can
taste it.
saute just a
You
little
can't tell
while
that
if
it's
you want it
there.
a bit softer.
Okay.
It's an ingredient, not a food.
And now we add our
I say that
potatoes.
about a lot
And
of
as I
things
said
that
before, they're
Sam doesn't
not
like to eat.
really a real thick.
Well, I'm not big on
pieces,
eating
too
carrot on
finely
its own,
chopped
so-
as well. You don't want them to sort of go
Yeah,
into mushiness.
but yeah.
Yep. And we don't really need to pre-cook those potatoes before we add them in because we're going to stir fry.
Well,
them for a few
would you
I think
put it
we've
here?
got a
minutes and
desk
the soup
chair
later.
That's
at your
right.
house.
And of course, with potatoes.
What do you mean? There's nothing in my house, I told you.
Oh, okay. Then it's in the shed.
There are 3 things that we've got at my house now. Well, 4 if you count the jack-o'-lanterns, but I'm kind of going to hide them.
And have a look at this for you.
The one will let you know,
Isn't it?
Exactly.
which means
See
you're
how
not
the
going to hear
celery
about
At
it.
in the moment,
He just
it's
lost
sitting.
some. He just lost
And now
some.
we add our tomato.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's been flying out.
Oh,
Here we go.
stir it properly.
Here we go. Watch him. Watch him
Just
lose
come
some.
And have a look at this for you.
Just
Look at
come.
the colour. Isn't that just
Just come, Ken.
Bye.
There it goes.
right? And now we add our tomato.
No, I appreciate that,
Now,
Machine,
we
but no,
used a
we're
can of
good.
Tomatoes here. Could I use fresh tomatoes out the garden?
What's
if
a
I've got
desk
few
chair?
Extra?
Most certainly you
It's just
can.
this, yeah?
It does
No, a
say
desk
when
chair
you
would
use
be
fresh
like one
tomato,
of those just wheelie
it's to
chairs
skin
that are
them
smaller
first.
and
You don't have the
No,
skins floating
I don't
around
want to
in
move
the soup.
around.
Okay. So what, you just put the
good.
tomatoes into boiling
I
water,
think-
the skin then
I
peels
love
away
being able
by
to spin
itself,
about.
and then chop
It's
them
good
up
for
and
my
add
need to move,
Yes.
my
Sounds
restlessness.
good.
And you chop the tomatoes finely as well.
Yep.
Your
Now,
restlessness.
tomatoes really good
Yeah.
to add to a dish. Not only
Brother.
is tomato
I
soup
One
saw
of the
somebody
small
walking
ones.
in Northern West the other day. Looked like Hulk Hogan. I felt like literally pulling up and like getting a selfie and saying,
And we do
"Yeah,
know
brother."
that lycopene
But I'm pretty
is
sure he would have
beneficial for
belted
men
me in the
especially.
face.
You'd be interested in this. It's actually been shown to reduce the risk of prostate cancer.
And that's
Leather
very, very
executive
important that we
desk
eat
chair.
the right ingredients so
Ooh,
we can look
leather.
after ourselves. And men,
Mm,
soup is
I don't
easy
think
to
I'd
make
like
as well. You
that.
can make this yourself, actually.
Yeah, I'm not a leather
Add
guy.
to this our savoury
No.
brown lentils. And
I'm not the master or the
Now
servant.
we're using a can today, but I've actually never made lentils from
The
scratch.
stub
before
or the
using
dump?
dried lentils. How would I do that?
Right, it's very, very simple. If you're going to make lentil soup and you know you're going to do that, you soak them overnight. And you just cover them.
So this was meant to be before the
and
previous
leave them
recipe,
soaking,
because they
but
talked
you
about
just
this in the
drop
last recipe
and
as
you
if
wanna
they had
make them
discussed it
today.
heavily.
Well, you just cover them with boiling
Wrong
water
order,
for a
folks.
little while, and they get ready, and there you are.
Looks
just
good.
the same.
Yep.
Looks good.
Now
This
one
is
of
the
my
next
favourite
ingredient.
herbs, actually.
Oh, yes.
Basil.
I
I love
like-
it.
And
Basil.
so do I. But do you know what, Christina?
Now one of my
Fresh basil
famous
is
herbs.
much better than the dried
It's
basil.
the
And
leaf
if you
of a
can use
marijuana
basil,
plant.
You can buy it very easily from the greengrocer. They have it there in bunches, so it's very easy to use, and it's a
It's just
nice
become
flavour
legal, so it's
when
quite
you
easy to
shred
get.
it. And of course, I love shredding basil.
Okay.
Could we
our
use
next
marijuana
ingredient is actually
instead?
parsley.
Absolutely.
And we've used
In fact,
continental
any
parsley
recipe,
today.
you've got something
Now,
with
there's
like
two
parsley
main
or
types of parsley.
basil,
We've got our
replace it for
continental
marijuana
and our
leaf.
traditional parsley.
Absolutely
This is
works.
probably the one
Just
that
don't
most
stick it in
people are
chocolate
familiar with.
cookies. Come on.
Because it's the one you remember when you went to your grandma's
hemp?
place when you were growing up and it grew outside of
That's
the
in my
kitchen
rum,
window.
and that was in my
This is
recipe.
great
I
for
bought
shredding,
one of
but
those and I
this is actually
drank the
better
shit out of
for
it.
shredding and slicing, so we're going to be using that today.
There's only a little bit left.
And
Oh, you
and
still
the
got
flavour is
some?
just
Tiny bit.
a
I
little
don't-
different as well.
If I
But
start
it's
drinking
still very,
spirits,
very
I don't
nice.
stop.
Now, the last
I'm a fiend.
ingredient I'm putting in this soup today is Marmite, Sanitarium Marmite. Now,
Marmite?
Marmite. You know,
Rad.
Put that on your toast.
Well, the thing is, this is Australian. You'd think they'd be using Vegemite.
I'm glad you asked
Yeah, but they're
me
New
that,
South
Christina.
Wales, so
I'm
they're
glad you
degenerate.
asked me that.
So they're using the
Marmite
English variant.
acts like a stock. It's got a very, very, very nice flavour.
It does act like a
I
stock.
love
That's
somehow
actually
she
true.
looks at sometimes she looks at the camera and then looks over at the director as well.
It
Yeah,
has,
someone in the
yeah.
crew.
And Marmite actually has folate, B12, and iron in it as well.
Any
as being
veggie
like
stock
the
is
other
full
yeast
of
spreads, and that
B12.
is a good source of the
Tough
B
for us to get
vitamins as
without the
well. So
THC in it.
between all of
Then
those
just have the
ingredients that we've got
THC.
here, we've got a really
Damn!
We have,
And then come over and put your pants on wrong and hang out with us for a while.
Yeah.
So
I'll put my pants on wrong too, I promise.
The last thing we do, we
My
add
belt will be on the right
3
way
cups
though.
of water, which I'm going to do right now,
Water.
and we have soup.
Now it looks like a soup. It looked like a
Yeah,
bit of
we
a
have
stew before. I thought you
soup.
might have got the recipe a little bit wrong there.
Now the
Looks
smell
good.
is it is Now this
It's
is
off?
really soup. This is a
The smell is
lovely
off, he
smelling
said.
soup.
It's
And
just
have a look
going
at this,
off.
will you? Look, doesn't look nice. You can see the vegetables through there. The colour is still with them. The celery, the potato is still in there, and the light colour.
I would eat this.
tomato,
I like how he
it's
says
a
it's
lovely
still
soup.
in
And
there.
Christina,
Like
there
it would
we
have
have
like
it.
disappeared.
Just disappeared like, wait, where did it go?
Tomato soup, and it is just delicious.
And you know what I'd do? I'd get it some damper rolls, heat it up so it's nice and soft and
Some
fluffy
what?
on the inside.
Some
serve it with a
damper
big
rolls.
Damper?
mug of hot hot soup. and
So
that's
much for
great,
like
you know,
trying to
any
make
time
this
of year,
like
whether it's winter or summer.
accessible for anyone outside of
Alistair.
Thank you.
Australia. What the hell is a damper roll if you don't live here?
Alright, I do want to see the next recipe, but I also have to pee again because I've had too much beer too quick. So I'm actually going to pause
Alright, I'll talk crap.
because I do not want to miss the what is it, the last two or one?
If the chat doesn't talk to me, I'll just read it out because you paused on some words. So, tomato and lentil soup. What these might taste exactly. Okay, so they have a bitter flavor. It's basically like a really condensed vegetable stock. When you use the black spreads on your toast, yeah, you got to use it like really sparingly. It's salty. It's bitter. It makes your mouth go like this, and like it's enjoyable for people who grew up on it, but a lot of people not into it. Like some of us in Australia will dip like, hot cooked chips in it and stuff. Biscuit in the US and savory scone somewhere else. Yes, exactly. Take with it. Yeah, it goes. Okay, yeah. Vegemite absolutely goes well with a beer. So there's this pizza joint that I used to go to around the corner that used to do a cheesy mite pizza. So they do the base in Vegemite and then just cover it in cheese. And cheese and Vegemite is like a thing in Australia. And yeah, you needed to drink the beers with it. It definitely goes with it. It's basically yeast and vegetables, I think. Yeast extract. You must try it someday. I tell you what, if I can get it over there, which I don't know the legalities of sending any, I'll quite happily send you a box with some Vegemite, some Skippy Mite, I think, some Marmite, and do we still have Dickie Mite, Andrew? Do you know? A Dickie Mite was this thing that Dick Smith used to bring out. It was basically, we'll send it in a tube instead of a jar. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I have sent Vegemite to people overseas.
It's alright? Yeah, we should...
No, as in not directly, but I had to buy it through another source.
Oh, so you know how to. We should send some to Napsphere.
Okay.
But yeah, if we do, I don't want you to put it on thick like the Americans do their jams and jellies. You gotta use it sparingly. You gotta make things like just kind of.
The thing
colored.
is, we told the people we sent it to do that,
Yes.
and it was still too much for them. So I will say this: it is hard. If not growing up with it,
yeah,
it's hard to enjoy it.
Yeah. But we do have
You
that.
have to
that
sit
new
with it for a
Vegemite,
while.
don't we? We have that like good for Americans Vegemite.
No, we're not sending cheesy Vegemite over.
Cheesy Mite. No, there was another one as well that was like.
You gotta go full strength on nothing. Come on.
What was that blend that you used to eat?
Blend
40
17,
or 17?
which is more.
It's more
Vegemite.
Okay, don't send that one.
You can't buy it anymore anyway. It's gone.
Okay.
Now, onions,
Yeah. You bought the last batch from one of those cheap shops in a box,
I bought like
right?
5 of them, and I have one left. One unopened, one left.
Exactly, and it looks.
I'm just savouring it. I'm just gonna leave it in the unopened package for a while, and I'm gonna eat it when it's like 10 years old, and it's gonna be like
It's gonna mature.
so ridiculous.
It's gonna have like beer working through it because of the yeast.
Maybe we should put some Vegemite in the next beer we brew.
I don't know about that. It sounds good, but at the same time, every beer that we
If we
brew
do a
is
lager,
gross.
no, I'm gonna get a new thing.
I know.
And then we make a lager, the lager that comes with it.
All of your beer bottles are just full of gross beer right now. I'm sorry.
Instead of using one
Can't win.
garlic, you just
We need to get an actual brew kit.
garlic and same for the ginger as well.
Maybe I'll clean up the garage and set one up out there.
The fresh is
I really was
nice
looking
and
forward to
it's
setting
worth
up
the flavour.
my garage as a place where I could brew beer. It just didn't work.
It would if you didn't use the shitty brew kits that I had. If you actually got a proper brew kit.
Okay. Alright, tofu is actually soybean curd.
Don't know
and
what
it's made in the similar
proper
way
is.
as you make cheese.
We'll
but
go
it's
shopping
using
one day.
soybeans.
Okay.
So it's quite a firm product.
I'm liking where this is
white
going.
in colour, fairly
Once
bland
more.
tasting. So a lot of people don't like tofu because it's so bland. But if you cook it well,
Oh yeah,
Vegemite
absolutely.
grilled cheese, it would
that it's actually
so
brown
work.
on the
We do
outside,
that,
which is
yeah.
That is a staple of Australian like basic cuisine.
And Donnybrook does the Vegemite margarita.
Anytime I tell people
favourite marinade.
try a Vegemite pizza. Get a pizza base, put Vegemite instead of tomato, and just put some cheese and some herbs.
Yeah.
Nah, you're living the dream.
And back when I was a big meat eater, I put salami and bacon on as
Yeah,
well. And
oh,
meat
yeah.
works with Vegemite because
Vegemite
it's
is
salty.
versatile. It's just once you have the taste for it.
Oh, also Vegemite's really nice in caramel because it's like that salted caramel sort of thing.
You can
Which
literally
means-
put it in a stir fry. You can
had-
put it in like a pasta if you really
But
want to.
Vegemite chocolate was good. Vegemite ice cream with a caramel twist was really, really good. And that was a home brand thing too.
Do you remember when they brought out the Vegemite chocolate, which was the caramel one?
I didn't like that one so
And
much.
people
because
hated it, but I was like, this is fucking delicious.
It was delicious, but it wasn't Vegemite enough. When I went down to Phillip Island, they had a place where they put 2 bits of chocolate with like a smear of Vegemite between it, and they'd make that for you. I didn't even bother with the caramel, and that was nice. And I'd had that before they actually brought it out, and I'm like, oh, this is just like weak person's Vegemite chocolate. This is for
So
the...
we sent the Vegemite we sent to Craig and Poots. Craig being a big beer drinker, he quite liked it.
Yeah.
Poots did not
Yeah.
enjoy it even slightly. So I think like the more you're okay with like a bitterness and like a yeasty kind of taste,
Yeah.
the more likely you are to enjoy it. Either way, it is actually an acquired taste, and like don't expect to enjoy it your first time round. Just try it, and don't force yourself to keep eating it if you don't like it.
I tell you what, if you want to work your
have a little
way
bit more
onto
and-
Vegemite, I would say start with the English variant, the Marmite.
I would say
That's
just
sweeter.
drink some really fucking heavy beers. I would say go and get a fucking pint of Guinness.
Sure, but Marmite is sweeter than Vegemite, is what I'm saying. If you want to work your way up that way.
It's gross though.
You don't like Marmite? No.
It's too sweet.
I like, yeah, exactly, it is too sweet, but I like all of them, Mike.
No, just go drink some dark beers. Go drink some proper dark beers and just
What about, have you tried Dicky Mite?
pair it. No, I don't think I have.
That looks great.
Pair a dark beer with Vegemite and toast.
You can hear the sizzle.
Skivvy Mite?
I don't know if they still do it, but
What about
the
Pro
thing
Mite?
they
Did
used
you
to
ever
like
try Pro Mite?
when they had like the Chelsea. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Oh.
They used to
I like
have.
them all.
I think Vegemite is just on the right end of the scale for me. I think it's not that they're not good, the alternatives, but they don't compare. Vegemite is just once again just so good. But the pub that I used to go to, like Chelsea would be playing at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so I would jump a train at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would stumble in there, like, man, this sucks. And I would get a pint of dark beer. At that one time, they had the super dark, which was the best beer I've ever had. I hate that it was like a wrong batch, like a bad batch. But it was like they accidentally made their beer too
I love
dark.
wrong batches.
And so they just put it on tap. They're like, fuck it, we'll put it on tap. It was delicious.
I was thinking
But
about
because it was
driving
5
out
o'clock in
to
the morning,
get
they
some
had a chef
chicken.
there doing breakfast meals.
Yeah.
So I got like some bacon and some eggs and some like Vegemite toast. And just the combination of the double dark beer and the Vegemite toast was...
Vegemite toast and egg.
It
Yeah.
could quite possibly be in my top 5 meals of all time.
If I
because
ever
the beer and the
go
Vegemite
off the
went
deep
together
end,
so perfectly.
If I ever go off the deep end and become like
That's got a really good quality
full
protein.
vegan just because I'm going through a fucking midlife crisis, I don't think I could get rid of eggs.
We've got a really good balanced meal here, and that's the beauties of stir fries.
What?
You, don't need to
You
stir
know I'm
fry
going
them.
through a midlife
This
crisis.
is a-
Shut up.
So funny.
That's so true, yeah.
It's so
That's the thing, I'll
funny.
quite happily eat like goats and deers and kangaroos.
You're like,
I
"Oh,
had
no."
rabbit the other day. I'm going through a midlife crisis.
Do you cry when you go past roadkill?
Yeah, I do. I want to pick it up. I don't want to eat it, is what I want.
No, don't! You probably see it and you're like, oh, that was an animal once, so
No,
I'm
I
never
wanna
eating
eat
meat
it.
again!
I want to eat that shit. But
We were
yeah,
talking about the
like,
Kenny vs. Spenny episode with the goats the other day,
Oh.
and he was like, Kenny went too far with that one. I'm like, what?
I wouldn't like that on my counter, is what I'm saying.
Are you kidding me? If someone came into my house and said, here is a full goat, I'm saying we're putting a fire out back, and we now
different,
have
actually.
a fucking...
No, but the thing is, they were just doing it like, here's a dead goat. But if we had a
They ate that goat. You know that they cooked up
I
that
hope
goat
they
and they
did,
ate it.
but
You know that they
because-
did.
Okay then, but that's okay for me then.
In fact, I will ask Spenny on his next live
yeah,
stream,
do it. Did you eat the goat?
did you eat that goat? Or did Kenny eat that goat?
Absolutely, because Yeah.
That looks good, by the way. I will eat that.
I like a good veggie stir
I
fry.
love a stir fry.
So yeah,
This
when
is
I
the
was
tape, I
growing
think.
up, yeah, it is. It's coming up close. But when I was growing up, I lived in the Mediterranean section of kind of where we live. A lot of
well, you went to
those
the
things.
school that had all the international students as well.
I did,
So,
and I went
which is
to
an
a birthday
advantage,
party.
by the way. That's not a disadvantage. That is absolutely,
absolutely
an
an
advantage because that gives you
I went to a birthday
so much
party
knowledge.
and they had a full lamb on the spit.
planetarium.
And what we did is we would grab a bit of cooked lamb, we'd hold it, and then the spit would turn and it would peel off. And it was so nice.
I need to draw attention to something about
sorry.
these credits. So, hold on.
They're thanking Sanitarium. Do you think
No.
they actually got...
It's not the fact that they're thanking them. Just okay. Pay attention to what it says underneath. It actually tells you.
What are you doing? Come on, get up if you want to get up.
No, he has to jump up. He's not like Banshee. He's not big and look for the kitchen, for recipes and nutritional information, for the refrigerator. Like it.
Oh yeah, they're saying exactly what it's for. That is kind of funny. Fruit World.
You never see that. Normally, I would just have it there, but instead, it's like special thanks. These guys. Adventist Discovery Center.
Thanks, Christina and Alistair. We enjoyed your video. You said nice lot.
A whole bunch.
What's a tefal? What did I miss?
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, we got time. Rewind it. What the hell is tefal? That's it.
Ah, cookware company.
Is it? Do
Oh,
they
we're
do
about to find out.
Do they do Teflon?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Play.
South Corp appliances.
Cooktop and
for the
oven.
It's for the supermarket in
introduction.
yeah, remember they stood in the supermarket for a while.
They did.
Fruit
For the fruit and
World.
vegetables store introduction and supply of fresh vegetables.
For the
Ingenio
cookware.
cookware.
Okay, so that's the
For the conceptual
clear stuff,
ideas and prop support.
right? So the clear stuff was by Tefal, I suppose.
There you go. How about that?
How about that?
Do we have a year on this tape?
I
It
didn't-
feels early 2000s to me.
I don't think I looked into. Where'd you put the cover?
Well, you told me to fucking put it all the way over there.
Yeah, I told you to like display it, and I can't see it display. No, you just put it on top.
You told me to put it over with the other ones. What are you expecting me to do?
I was expecting you to do this. Watch. Like that.
Oh, that's much clearer now. They can definitely see that is the tape that we're watching.
Ooh, I like this music. Oh, by the way, these headphones work fine going over there. We didn't know that yet.
Sure. But they have also apparently been the cause of every problem we've had so far.
Hey, look,
I'm Trish Goddard, and
she was on Play School.
right from the start that
She
I
was.
It's Trish.
and have been so for 15 years. Vegetarian
15?
eating isn't just a trend,
1999.
Oh, there you go.
lifestyle.
That sounds right.
For much of the world's population, it's just a normal part of their lives. Vegetarian eating has been around for centuries.
Oh, by the way, we also got
Popularity.
this
Oh yes, it is.
with the video.
Oh, we got a book. We got a book. Does it have the recipes on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
All the
damn,
recipes.
dude.
All the recipes.
Let's scan of that up.
A
In the
scan?
Discord, yeah.
Alright,
Or
I'll
photo.
do that.
A photo. You know what I mean by a scan.
Aww, now
Oh, we got
see, I gave you
500
biddies
bits.
to say now that we can cook healthier.
Hey!
I'm working on it. But at the same time, I like to eat dead animals, and that's the problem.
I like
But the thing
animals.
is, I would never go vegetarian back when I was a kid because all the vegetarian stuff tasted like terrible. But now everything that I've tasted that's vegetarian is like, oh, this is delicious. Why didn't anyone tell me it's delicious? Is it because I'm old, or is it because the food's come a long way?
It has come a long way.
Yeah.
It's more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Try this diet, but whose advice should we follow? Here's Dr. Danielle Smith to tell us about a holistic approach. That's right, Ita.
A holistic approach, as opposed to a partlistic.
Looks at the overall picture. What does it cover? Everything from coping with stress.
Get rid of the puppy, there's a beer involved.
Exercise, drugs.
He wanted to jump down anyway. I was just annoying him.
Each section has been written by a qualified expert in the field, so it's nothing.
We
to do
didn't fill
with
the
that.
glass like I
Now,
wanted.
this is the amazing.
Oh no, there was not enough to fill. It's a pint glass. What were you expecting?
Expecting to fill the
fortnightly
glass.
episodes, all absolutely free. That's right, Ida. There's no
That's
charge
right.
extra.
Absolutely free?
No cost.
Absolutely
You
free.
don't have to sign up or commit.
I think it's
yourself to a
amazing that it came with this on the end. Like, what the hell?
because it's a free community service from the Adventist Church.
Yeah,
They've been running highly regarded.
They give 'em free
hospitals for
shit.
years.
1-300-300-389.
If you don't call for this, I'll be surprised. A 12-part guide to healthy living written by experts, and it's absolutely free when you call 1-300-300-389. The sooner you start, the sooner
389.
you'll feel better and look
Put it
better.
on speaker.
Life's
Put it
not
up
a
to the blue.
rehearsal. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family. To call 1-300-300-389 now.
We'll see. It's ringing.
Welcome to the Hope Discovery offer line. How can we help?
We're looking for some eating smart stuff.
Oh, all right.
There was an offer at the end of a video that we just watched, VHS about eating smart and introducing vegan cooking. It was put out by the Adventist Church, and at the end of it, they said that we could ring this number and maybe get some like recipe books on vegetarian cooking because we'd like to maybe transfer our life and our eating style over.
Okay. Do you mind if I just grab a few details off you? Is that
Absolutely, that's fine.
all right? Yep. Your full name, please.
My full name is Robert Timothy Marshall.
Timothy Marshall. Yep. Your address, please.
My address is
Code, please. Yep. And could you just please repeat because I have here free offer requested.
it was a vegetarian cooking thing at the end of a Eating Smart VHS that we just watched.
Yep. And your phone number, please.
Correct? Yes.
Yep. These are all the details that I need. I can put that through for you, and someone should call you back with more details about sending that to your address.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you for your call. You have a great day.
You too. Bye.
What?
They still
Are you
exist.
fucking kidding
We're
me?
gonna get a pack. We have to do another cooking video now.
That's a joke. No fucking way. It's still free too. It's like it's like give us $5 and we'll do it.
No, free.
What the fuck? I called that as a joke, thinking, oh, like it's disconnected for sure.
Of course it's this. That's why I didn't ring it. In the first
No way.
place. I'm gonna get some recipe book. We're bringing that in. Okay, so when you said we'll watch a thing out of the video, then we'll play the video and we'll do the taste testing.
We're getting if we're getting
got a
books, we're
recipe
doing
book.
that now.
We're doing that.
Jesus fuck. I did that as a joke. I thought there's no way
Jesus
we are getting anywhere with this. I thought like I'm gonna call that number and it's gonna like it started ringing and I'm like, okay, it's ringing. Whatever, no one's gonna answer.
There
It's
was
gonna
a
be one of
man.
those. There's
I
actually a guy on the other end of the line. We didn't get any robots
I
at all.
had to wait for you to mute my voice so I could say my address and phone number. I hope it's still not muted. No, it's not muted anymore.
Wow.
We have to make a veggie oriented video now. I mean, our last
I'm
one
happy
was
to. I'm happy to because
our last cooking video was vegetarian, just not vegan. You didn't put any meat in yours.
No.
No,
There was no meat
did some
involved.
cheese, and that's about it. I even tried to use almond milk, but blue cheese was an ingredient, so I couldn't
and
avoid
that's
it.
the end of the tape.
Why can't we see it there? What's going on? It's gone blue.
It doesn't show on the static on mine.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Because once there's nothing, no actual signal coming through. Does that mean I need to leave my phone? Like, no, it's gonna call you, right?
They're
You gave the
gonna
number.
call me. I gave them the number.
It's so fucking hilarious, dude.
They're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Well, I watched this VHS from 1999, and they said that I could have a cookbook. Give me the free shit."
I'd always be tempted to call back and ask, like, wait, what deals do you have?
Yeah, what else? Like, that's obviously like a call center that like a whole bunch of different people like.
Yeah, exactly.
Go through. So that's like, what other deals do you have? Would you be comfortable in sharing with us what kind of free shit we can get? Because if so,
right,
we'd like to sign up for all of it.
We'll take it all. One of everything, please.
I'll have one with the lot. What's that? The pizza joke that the Australian guy said to the Dalai Lama? You remember that joke?
I don't remember that joke.
Okay, so we've got a morning show with an idiot, and he constantly...
Oh no, I do remember the video. I don't remember his joke though.
I remember the joke, so I can say it. But this morning show guy, he's
Talk about
obviously...
humiliating yourself. It was Koshi.
No, Koshi.
He's an absolute fucking tosser.
He is a tosser, but the thing is that his videos keep
tied
coming
in
on YouTube.
He's actually involved in the Port Adelaide Football Club. There you go.
Oh, really? Nice. So anyway, he met the Dalai Lama, and he said to the Dalai Lama, so the Dalai Lama walks into a pizza shop, and he said, "Can you make me one with everything?" And the Dalai Lama's like, "Yes." And he's like, no. One with everything. And the Dalai Lama's like, "Yes."
He just did not get it.
He didn't get it.
It was so lost on him. Like, the dude just made a fucking ass of himself.
What a dumb butt.
Dumb butt.
Mm.
Are we done? Is that our episode? That's our episode, right?
How long we've been on? Because we can talk about next episode if you want to make it.
I can drag it over here if you want to see for show.
I can't see. Where do I look? Live.
1 hour 56.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours. It's fine. So next week is we're gonna go do an interview with some.
Oh yeah, we're doing an interview on Monday
music.
for some Christian music. We have watched it before on the channel, but probably not since most of you, except Milsheen, have been around.
Yeah. It was before we even had like.
This was
lovely
part
of the video.
This was pre-tape time. All we had was just the tape and it was being
us
drunk and
we were just
silly
testing to see if it would like work.
I don't even think it was that. I think we were just bored and we're like, fuck it, let's just watch some tapes.
I'm pretty sure it was because we're trying to make it work and testing it. But yes,
I feel like it wasn't.
I call them the KMTA episodes.
The KMTAs, yeah. It's our KMTA, our season 0.
Season 0.
I still have them.
Yeah, you do.
There's 2. We did 2 of them. That's that's why I assumed that it wasn't actually a test for this.
We did.
It was. We did 2 because
we did Forest Edge.
Yeah, and then another day I think we just did all those music videos and stuff.
Rage.
Yeah, we did Rage
because it was on the end of me watching my first girlfriend naked.
Yes.
Which we watched on Twitch.
Yes.
Used to be in our.
Are we going to watch the actual nudie version?
I'll quite happily watch that with you, but I don't know about the Twitch part. Should I rip it and then blur it and then we watch it? Or is that still bad?
We'll just watch it on our own.
Oh yeah, sure.
We'll just call it one night.
I'll bring the lube.
Yeah, bring the lube. We'll Dutch rudder it, double Dutch rudder, and we'll have a great old time.
Yeah, and then we can ring her up afterwards because
she'll be like, I don't do that because I'm a Christian now.
Yeah, exactly. Which ties it into the Forest Edge thing, really.
Oh, it does. It's full circle.
So next week is Forest Edge, and as far as we know, the week after is going to be Stamps. We're actually starting...
And actually, I do want to point out that for Forest Edge, I have been in contact with somebody involved.
Don't! Oh no! Oh, you're talking.
So disappointed.
You're not even. Yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed because it's not gonna be Terra Maze. It's Terra Maze.
It's
yes.
It's not Terra Maze.
Oh, it's not Terra Maze.
You're gonna.
It's gonna
hate
be
me.
someone random.
You are going to hate me.
I want to try and guess who it is now because I know most of the videos.
I 100% guarantee
God.
you will not get it.
Oh, is
The
it
only people who know about it
the country guy from Avenue
is me and
Trees?
Milsheen.
Oh, Andrew, I'm coming over your house, gonna twist your nipple until you tell me. Who was it? Who was it? I love it. 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 I love it.
That's another way to hype up the next episode. That's all you get. That's all you get.
All right. I'll go home and cry in the shower.
I'm going to finish my beer right now.
All right. It's Jesus himself. It's the person who designed the T-shirt that says "I found Jesus. He was behind the sofa."
That wouldn't be a secret if I found that guy. Who would have those shirts on right now?
I want that shirt.
I have an idea for that, actually. I do have an idea for that.
I did
because
try to make a nice
Pal
version of
Poots
it.
is like quite a good artist.
You could send
Perhaps
her.
we should send her the screenshots
Yeah.
and ask her to recreate it potentially.
We could pay her $5 dues.
I'll give her more than that.
$10 dues.
I'll give her more than that.
$115,000 dues.
Maybe closer to that. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. My beer is done. There's more there, so
I bought a whole slab today.
Uh-oh.
We've gone through half of it today.
We have actually, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some in the fridge. I'm gonna have another.
Thank you.
Thanks all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for Forest Edge. And prepare to be disappointed by everything that I just said. I guarantee it. Milsheen's sitting there face palming right now.
Well, I'm going to be talking
"Motherfucker, how
to
dare
the
you."
other camera artist, but there's only 2 camera artists, and we should be able to talk to both of them.
But that other dickhead, he just...
Fuck off!
That's the end of the episode. Bye!